Bam! Look at the audio. Bam! Look at that.
Wow!
I was almost right.
Wow.
Hi everybody. We're on time.
Yeah.
We're very on time.
What's up?
We're very on time. Huzzah. Oh, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, switch over to Twitch. You can chat with us because Facebook Live doesn't do that.
We like talking to people.
Yeah, I like ignoring you. I mean, I can't legitimately. Is everyone's phone on silence? I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to Divine and Conquer Sacred Worlds campaign. This is a 5e campaign using the Pathfinder Inner Seas rulebook. No, Inner Seas map, not the rulebook. We're also attaching Tal'Dorei and putting in some of Ravnica. There's a lot of shit. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Just watch the story and enjoy. Yeah, if you guys have questions, just chat with us. I won't answer them. But does anyone have anything to advertise for right now, Z's?
No.
No? Okay. I was gonna say it. Oh yeah, go to these guys and like give them money. They don't sponsor us, but I like them.
Tabletop audio.
Yeah, tabletop audio.
You are here.
Tabletop audio.
Yeah,
For
they're
all
really
of your
cool.
tabletop needs.
Yeah, for music and stuff.
Music, and you can.
And it's really fucking easy. You don't have to do tabs and shit and like pinpoint how loud you want the sirens. It's just like here's ambience.
And you can just queue it all up in one big, nice, fancy list.
Do you use tabletop audio?
I do use tabletop audio. Yeah.
I should say fuck sirens until they sponsor us. Then I love sirens.
Yeah.
Please give me money.
We need money.
Oh, we are affiliated, so you can go to Twitch and like sub, y'all. It's like
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe it.
Subscribe.
Or
Us
if you're cheap like me and you don't want to, if you have Amazon Prime, you can also link that shit up, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's part of the Prime membership. Yeah. If not, just give me money,
Please.
please. D&D's expensive.
It's an expensive hobby that we love so much.
I'm spending a lot of money in alcohol. It's expensive. All right,
I mean D&D.
Just going through so many IV bags of tequila.
See all of them and everything that entails that. But first, we're gonna recap and turn the volume down to 30. 5, 6, 7, 8, 40. Okay, so I'm gonna burp eventually. I drank too much. Last time you guys were at the village, not town, of Febi, trying to get all the arcs, all the dire bulls for this town since that was their livelihood. You eventually did discover them. Very ingeniously and sneakily and behind my back, completely one-shotted the fucking hill giant by putting it in a bag of devouring. It failed all 3 made-up rolls that I wanted it to succeed in to stop you, so it died. Crushed in your bag.
It was meant to.
It was very much meant to be. Making a very hard challenge gone in 2 rounds. Well, after that, you collected all the cows, all the bulls. You saved, I believe it was 9 out of the 14 that were there, or maybe 8. I should look at my notes. You went to the hill giant's home. Almost vomited. Just out of the stench and look. You gathered some magic items that it was hoarding, and some of the gold that was meticulously putting together. I think someone grabbed the gold locket that was there, or gold chain with the ruby on it. Yeah, stuff like that. So, when you guys got back, you found that the village was burnt. This is too happy.
Way too happy for
Yeah,
that.
way too happy for the recap. The village was destroyed, on fire, and the villagers were fighting off some scarecrows. In your panther form, you managed to kill off one, as I think Cowrabao killed the other with their arrows. You saw that there's only 2 survivors, Thomas and Dima, the half-elf. She was incredibly pregnant and birthed a deformed goblin in the praise of the nightmare god that she didn't know was there. A lot of the other religious artifacts in the town were destroyed. The nightmare god killed her. The same with the child, and Thomas is left alone. You guys buried the dead. Saw a very odd and horrible sensation reaching from your chest and going to every single one of you in an odd pattern, making an 8-way string throughout all of you guys. Depending on your roles, you saw different forms of the string, either one just to you, one to you and to someone else, or everyone's string. And that's where we left off. You guys ready to cry? And be in emotional pain? That's where we're starting. That is 100% where we're starting.
Alright.
I'm gonna choose sad song. This is not the song that I planned, but we're gonna do sad song. So, if I can have everyone's figures, as your DM is so great at drawing things and premeditating what's gonna happen.
You see the new
Fancy
sneaky
new
boy.
figure.
Oh yeah, everyone got fancy
Yeah.
figures. Look at the new West.
So handsome.
So very handsome
I don't know if you
fun.
can tell it.
Give me your fucking shit,
Show it off. No,
Don't throw it! And here's Cowrabao. Look how pretty he is. Look how pretty they are.
He's
Handsome
boy.
boy.
A handsome boy.
Oh, he has
So,
that huge gauntlet.
it is
Some
still
glove on the right hand.
nighttime.
For
Is there anything? We'll fucking kill you. No, you are one of my beloved. Is there anything you guys wanted to do before the night's over? You're not physically exhausted, but there's definitely an emotional toll that is on you guys at the moment.
And at this
and we're
point,
still on the village,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, you're still here in the. There you go. That's the song that I needed. You're still in the town. You were going to make a 5-day trip to the nearest place that would have a worship of Palor. But before we get there, what did you guys want to do?
So, would you say at this point the dead are already
They're buried.
Just
Everything's
buried?
yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Thomas is still.
And Thomas is still there grieving.
Mm.
Poor little
Poor
Thomas. But I just wanted to know if you guys wanted to do anything, if you wanted, so I can draw the.
What about Gabe?
Yeah, I've got.
Gabe is still there. Also, look at Gabe. Gabe has a miniature that's not painted.
Oh!
Yeah, look at Gabe.
Very nice.
There were no rabbit minis, so he has a scroll.
It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. It's snow.
It's a rabbit in our hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a squirrel.
Your
but it,
imagination, man.
it classifies as a rabbit.
It does, doesn't it?
You continue. I guess what you were saying first.
So we worked hard for all of these cows. What do you want to do with those cows?
That's something I think that we need to discuss with Thomas and
God, do you have a dagger you can spare for the moment?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you. I have 14 of them.
I just need
Yes,
one.
you did.
You can have one.
Alright. I'm just gonna borrow it real
Okay,
quick.
I'll give you one. Here you go.
Okay.
Here you go.
So-
Some of the buried that you guys put in there as Thomas is on his knees. It would be to the. I'm not gonna grab Thomas. I should have grabbed Thomas earlier. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the dagger that Cal gave to me, and I'm gonna go to where we buried the dead, and I'm gonna look to Thomas, and it's just give me the names of every person that died here tonight.
As he does. And look, I can't remember everybody's name.
That's okay.
He goes to the first one after you guys. Did you bury Dima as well? The half elf with
we
the.
did.
Well, I assume we buried everybody.
Okay. He goes to the first one. Says his. No, this is Dima. Dima del Mar. She was only 15, you know.
I'm gonna take the dagger. I'm gonna cut it across my arm.
He goes to the next one. We never actually knew her first name, and he said he pauses a little bit, smiles, and as a tear rolls down his face. But Stoneworm, the best worker we've ever had.
Do another cut.
And he goes over to the next one, and he tries the best he can as he puffs up his chest as much as he can at the moment. Urdo Frostmill. And tries to imitate the dwarf's accent as best as he could. And then moves on to...
As each name he gives, Wes will just put a cut into his arm.
And then the last one you would mention would be Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Terry was a son.
Terry. We just wanted him to smile.
Did you know that I did make him smile once? We lost the bet. I had to do 3 shots in a row. Only time I ever smiled.
That's why I wanted to banzai with him. I thought he was gonna do that.
Yeah, and I'll just clean the dagger and I'll hand it back to Cal. And I mean, and as like in the process as I would have been cutting my arm, I think everybody would kind of notice that I'm just like covered in scars. Yeah. I don't wear a shirt, so it's like
It's kind of itch there.
it's kind of you see everything.
Thomas would stay there unless everyone's gonna be close to him, and if they are, he will stand up, not look at Wes, but put his arm on Wes's shoulder. Sorry. Wes's shoulder, and then continue walking to his cabin. And Gabe is in the corner just loading up another cigarette, about to smoke. And you see the rabbit just curled underneath his foot, and it to you looks asleep, but every now and then it kind of moves around. Is there anything specific that anyone wants to do?
Oria's gonna approach the graves, and amongst them, she's gonna take 3 of the acorns that she had received from Oria, and she's going to plant them amongst the graves.
Roll me a religion check.
Nat 20.
As you plant every single one, a small little petal appears above the ground in each of the graves. You didn't notice how half of you, especially probably Wes, how hot it was since all the flames were there and just the atmosphere. And it wasn't until the cool breeze that just hit everybody that starts relaxing you a little bit more. And Ariell, you would also sense that this would be a divine presence interfering, minorly, but interfering with what's happening here. Fucking nat 20 first roll!
Damn.
You deserve a cupcake.
I think I'm just gonna go back to the carriage and check on the babies.
Okay. As you're checking up on them, let's see. Medusa's asleep. You see that the Minotaur has his head like through the back of the cart, just watching you guys. I don't. Roll me an insight.
Everyone?
No, just Ariell.
12.
Okay, you don't think he is grasping what's happening, but maybe it has a sense of this is something important. For sure, as its eyes are just following you as, what do I do?
I'm just gonna crawl in the back, kind of like pick him up and move him to the back of the carriage.
All
and
70
then,
pounds of the baby.
yeah, that's a big baby.
He's a big baby.
I'm just gonna kind of like get something for them to eat because it's probably been a while since they've eaten.
Okay, fair enough. Medusa won't wake, but the Minotaur eats his portion, and then there's a debate between if he should eat hers, and the kind of.
I just give him a little thumbs up.
Yeah, then he tries to stay up,
Aw.
and then eventually just. This is when it hits the cart. Everyone hears that.
The cart just.
A tiny bit. He wakes up a little, and then eventually just goes to sleep.
That's funny. I'm just gonna stay in there until the rest of the party's ready to go. 'Cause my character has nothing left to do here.
Okay.
Just gonna go to. I kind of want to go to. What's her name again? Dima?
Yeah.
Dima's where the half elf, because I feel for her, my elf friend.
Yeah, of course.
Just kind of get one of my arrows and just stick it right there by her grave. Just some kind of form of respect.
Okay.
And
Sure.
just basically kind of whisper a little bit. And sorry we couldn't save all of you. And I'll go back to the cart.
Okay. Do you go back to the cart?
Yeah, I'm on the roof like as always. Just lay there.
I'm gonna super glue it there. That's your battle character. Gabe kind of goes over. Half the cigarette's gone. Is Ariell? Are you in the cart?
Yes.
Okay. Then you guys leave in the night. He's looking at you.
Look at me. Probably, or maybe we're just gonna maybe go for a few minutes just to get out and get some rest before we really head out to the town.
What town you guys heading at?
I actually don't remember.
Oh, you would know.
Yeah, I left my map.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, hey, what town
There's
are
a
we
map-
going?
There's a map there. Kare Mage is the name of the town.
Maga.
Yeah. It's the closest actual
So I guess that's what I do.
town,
I just kind
village,
of ask him,
city.
hey,
It's
where
a
are
city.
we going?
That's what it is. Yeah. All right. It's a good school there. Awkwardly just walks away.
Well, Oria would probably approach Gabe,
Okay.
asking, what is he planning on doing? What are you guys planning on doing with the bulls?
Well, he ain't in no position to actually do much. I'm gonna stick around for a bit, as much help as I can give him.
Are you guys going to remain here in the town?
I don't think it's good for him to remain here, but it's a lot of ton of cow over there that needs help too.
Can I just kind of
You can everyone can hear the conversation if they want to
Can I
just
just kind of intrude a little bit and say, I'm sorry to intrude, but do you think we should bring Thomas with us to the town and maybe he can start over there, sell all the cows for him?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't a bad idea, friend.
Maybe we can sell the cows in the town and give him the money, and so he can start over.
They folk up a good price, especially in that village. That's the main center of trade up in these parts.
But again, the question is, will he listen?
Just depends on where his soul is at the moment. If he ain't ready to make that decision, I'll stay here and try to edge it out as much as I can. Now, if y'all want to speak to him, that's y'all's concern. I can too, I just ain't the best at words,
I guess Oria will attempt to try talking with Thomas.
You'd be in his house. House.
Was his house fine?
His no, it's burnt, but he's in it.
No.
It's not on fire, but there is.
It was still standing, but it's burnt.
Yeah. It definitely does not have a roof for sure.
Poor dude.
Ariell.
The door's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see that he's kind of sitting on a chair. That's not actually singed. One of the few things that's not burnt in here, but yeah, he's just sitting on a corner chair.
Yeah, or well, I'm pretty assuming that the door frame is still.
Yeah, the door frame's still there.
So she'll hit a knuckle on the door frame.
Hi. See that his eyes are bloodshot at the moment, and a lot of stains on his shirt from crime.
Just her pretty much putting it like, listen, I know you don't. For their memory, I know you don't want to forget about them, but I don't think staying here is a good idea.
I grew up here. I met my wife here. We birthed a child. Life is here. And if I leave, this defeated me.
I'm sorry, I'm
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's fine.
distracting me.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. What do you say I should do?
Either you can come with us to the next town, but if you truly believe that you can start over here, I won't push you.
Roll me diplomacy.
I don't have. What would diplomacy fall?
It's a charisma.
Okay. 13.
I'll think about it. If I can be alone for a minute. And then see that he slightly just moves away. Still in peripheral view, but just staring at the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he says.
She'll take a couple steps back and pretty much let him be.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wishes to do at the current moment?
Not me.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
At this moment, West has just been completely zoned out this whole time, so.
Well, he's not really. He doesn't seem like he wants to leave. And if Gabe's gonna stay here to help him with the cattle and stuff for now, I guess we'll just move on to the next town.
Okay. Is everyone else in agreement with this?
We've
I'll
done
just
what we
go
could
with
here.
the flow. I'm just riding in the carriage. If
Okay.
it starts moving, it starts moving.
Okay. How do you guys make this? Do you guys discuss amongst yourself and make the plan, or how does this proceed?
Yeah, I'd say I'd wait in the carriage until someone came back and then I'd talk to them about it.
Okay.
Well, I guess, Oria would have walked away, head over to the carriage too.
Okay. What about West?
I mean, if he sees her go there, he'll just get up and go.
Okay.
Do you guys want to wait till morning? Is the question.
I would kind of suggest maybe wait until the morning, because I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be another attack. It is nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
You never really know. And I don't want it on my guilt that knowing that he died when we left at night.
Yeah, spend the night.
I guess I agree. I'm gonna stay in the carriage with the kids though
Okay.
throughout the night.
I'll keep watch.
See that? So you're in the carriage. I'm just gonna put you up here just for Oria.
Oreo too would go to the carriage more so to kind of take the Minotaur baby kind of off your hands a little bit, just to rock him.
Give. Ariell, a little bit of a
Give him breather.
It's like,
I have been babysitting quite a bit.
Yeah.
my arm is finally
So you're
dead.
staying.
And Wes will stay out and take watch.
You see that Gabe kind of unloads his backpack and like pulls out a little thing with weird chemicals and odd smells, and he starts heating up a little kettle. Kind of using the bed of the cart just to be up in the air, not to be on the ground. And then soon you start smelling the familiar smell of coffee. He's just brewing up some coffee. And then kind of just like, puts the stuff in there. And you
There's nothing weird in it, is there?
better not be. I
Just
got
take
some.
it. Yeah.
No, it's really, really bitter. Extremely strong. Does not taste good unless that's what you like.
That's exactly how I ate my coffee.
Okay, well, that's how it is at the moment. Yeah, so it'll keep you up all night.
That's what
I ain't
need.
gonna be a talk if you don't want to talk.
Hmm?
I ain't gonna be no talk if you don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk.
All right, good. Just sits down,
That takes care of that.
opens a book, and then you see that his Smell the rabbit kind of goes up slightly, maybe 10 feet from you, and then the rabbit's doing the watch as he's just reading his book.
Okay.
Every now and then throughout the night, he will get up and refill a cup of coffee, and then if you don't drink it, he just puts it there out of courtesy, but won't offer or say much.
Yeah, 1 cup is good enough for me.
Yeah. Anything that you guys want to do during the night? Okay. Is Wes gonna stay up the whole night?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me percentiles.
88.
Okay. Roll me perception then.
4.
Okay. You don't notice something quickly. The first thing that you sense is the ground moving, and you look at the rabbit, and the rabbit says, and just stomping in a very specific pattern, and eventually Gabe, who was supposed to stay up, is asleep and wakes up and looks out. And when you look, that they're both looking at the direction very, very, very far off. The only reason that you notice is just perfect lighting, the right movement of white against white. But you do see that there's a large winter wolf just watching you guys. And when you notice it, it just walks away. Maybe easily 400 feet plus.
Since
Very, very far away.
since I only meditate,
Yeah, you would
But-
be for either the first 4 hours or the last 4 hours.
yeah,
It's up to
because
you.
since I only meditate, am I gonna notice that? Because I know I do
Do you
kind of
wanna
sense my
be-
surroundings.
Did you want to go to sleep the first 4 hours or the last 4 hours?
The last 4 hours.
Then you would not notice it.
Huh?
If you want to be awake,
No, it's the oh wait, no, I'll meditate at the last 4 hours.
Okay, if you're asleep the last 4 hours, yeah, you would not notice it.
Okay.
Yeah, even in your meditative state, it's too far away. Only
Okay.
if it's near your presence, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Gabe doesn't say much when as soon as the wolf walks away. Maybe a 12-second interaction and then just leaves. Kind of stares out. After a minute or so, just goes back to reading. You see its eyes kind of glow, and then the rabbit's eyes also glow the same color.
He's got nothing to say about it, then I don't either.
Okay. Yeah. He's saying true. If you don't want to talk, he's not gonna talk. He has things to do. Since you stayed up the whole night, roll my Constitution. Save.
9.
Okay.
Oh, save?
So you had your proficiency.
11.
All right, that will definitely do it. You don't suffer any exhaustion or anything. Just gonna be groggy, but nothing terrible.
At
soon-
worst.
Yeah. As soon as the sun is up, Gabe stands up. He probably got a good 2 hours sleep as well. And he starts making another pot of coffee. The bitterness of the coffee, like, oh god, what is that? Oh god, oh.
Oh, I smell that coffee. Smells strong. I want one of those.
He doesn't have enough cups. He's going to make a cup appear for presentation. He gives everyone enough cups if they ask for it.
Yeah, Oria's gonna come out with a minotaur baby on her hip, just...
I kind of forgot
Please.
that. Good dog. I mean, good.
It's a minotaur. She'll...
Yeah. I've only seen the big ones. They hurt.
They hurt.
Kind of like shows like the scar.
Is the
They hurt.
Minotaur baby awake?
It would be awake. Yeah.
Okay.
The Medusa sleeps a full 18 plus. The Minotaur is
Jeez.
at the infant, so they need a lot. The Minotaur is at that moment where everything is exotic and wants to put everything in its mouth and wants to touch everything, and then it passes out.
Nice.
And 5 minutes later, it's exhausted high energy, and then 5 minutes later, it's exhausted and falls asleep, and that's gonna be its pattern for a while.
Hello, Junior.
He quietly nods at whoever took the last cup, and then just walks towards Thomas's hut with a cup of coffee.
Sadness.
Well, if he's got it, then I'm just gonna go around to the front of the cart and get ready to go.
I'm gonna do one per. Okay, that's a high number. 2 diplomacies to see if Thomas decided to. And you see that very slowly he comes back, kind of with only 1 cup in his hand. Just give him a minute. He'll be right up.
So he is gonna be coming over with us?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't like him
I'm gonna
staying
go
here.
round up the cattle.
Alright. I'm gonna help. I can help you if you need some help. but-
Yeah, just listen to what I do, and if they start like running at you, just like stand still, and then pray.
Okay, but
It-
that's what I was actually gonna do. Can I just kind of go to the grave and I think I already told you about my situation with
Mhm.
religion.
Yeah.
I was raised in a religion. I just don't necessarily follow it.
Yeah.
But since all this death
Yeah, for sure.
kind of happened, I just kind of was like, I kind of just pray over the graves and just say,
Okay.
like, hey, I don't know, I know you haven't really heard me, but please guide these souls and just give them peace.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll go help
You do
out
your
with the
thing.
camp.
Roll me a handle animal. I know you don't have one, so
Uh-oh.
let's see how well this goes.
Why did I?
You say you're gonna help him.
Hey, somebody else has that.
Yeah, nope.
16.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Hey, lucky dice.
Lucky days. He gives you 3 jars of honey, and is like, just put this, and then he gives you like a rub. Just put it all over, and then just like shove it in their mouth. Just
Wait, what did you give? A rag?
like a rail.
Oh, a
Just-
rail.
Just
Okay.
shove it in their mouth. Just trust me.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, he's tying a rope to each one and putting the children in the middle, and then
Okay.
together you guys are rounding up all the arcs. You guys make a big entrance. Yeah. Maybe an hour or 2 of them just getting them together, and Thomas comes out. He'll come out with the very full but cold cup of coffee as well. Kind of just puts it in the cart.
Damn, can't make some shitty coffee.
I think that's why I was running all over the place. Because I was.
Shit, he better coffee. Love random character
Nice.
generator.
Nice.
That's why I was so hyper because that coffee was extremely strong.
yeah.
I was just.
I can't even see him move.
Did you cast blur on him? What?
He's standing so incredibly still.
That he's actually the Flash. Thomas won't really speak, but will do, I guess, do as told. If you guys say, hey, sit here, he will sit there. But he won't really engage in conversation.
Again, before we even take off again, just going back to the graves again, where I had done my previous act the day before. I know I'm not expecting much. I mean, Ella planted them the night before, but
Yeah.
I don't want. It's kind of more like she's talking to herself. Just, I don't want the acts that happened here to be forgotten. I want this to be remembered as a small, peaceful little village, and I hope that this oak, when it grows,
Okay.
means something.
Very nice prayers.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that anyone else wants to do?
No.
You see that Thomas does go to the. Sorry, not Thomas. Gabe goes to the barn and comes back with a couple of crates.
Okay.
It's like 4 on him. He can barely see as he's carrying them. You see kind of the greenery around them.
Okay. Well,
He stops.
can I go ahead and help him? He looks heavy.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you grab one, like,
Hey, what is
I
this?
don't. It's the food that was left.
Okay.
I don't know if it's respectful or not. But
Oh, we don't
we
want
need
to
to
waste.
eat. And
We need to eat.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you.
And then he kind of goes, and then he runs back and grabs his one giant cart just full of hay. This ain't gonna be much, but it's all we got.
Is that all the hay?
That's all the hay that was left, because they weren't really.
Yeah.
It was kind of gone, burned in the fire too.
Do
With
these-
the
do these
food
cows-
and the hay and all of you guys, there's not really much room in the cart. As you're in the top.
I'm always in the room.
The cart fits 6 people, plus the food, water, everything. Thomas is going. Sorry, Gabe is gonna walk. Just
I'm always
just
on the
because-
roof, so
yeah.
I'll be fine.
with you on the roof and Gabe walking, you have enough room that you still bump knees. But there's room. If you are, the rest is everyone's in the cart.
Is there gonna be room for the babies at least?
Yeah, the baby.
And Thomas,
Yeah,
because I know
Thomas and
is
the yeah,
gonna be
but yeah.
big
There's
to be in
6
there.
6 people can fit in the cart comfortably.
What about the
with
driver's
luggage.
side? Just one? Or
Yeah,
2?
5 and 6 in the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oria's gonna look to Ariell like, are you fine with watching the Minotaur? I can just wild shape out. And
Yeah, I just kind of nod and I take the Minotaur.
Okay.
Babies.
Ready to go. I'll just.
I'll just kind of sit on the top and just kind of.
Who's guiding, and who has the map?
I have
Is
the
it-
map, but I'm
aren't you
inside
driving?
the
I
car.
do
Because
drive.
you're
Okay.
It's my.
you're Trixie.
Okay.
It's my elf.
If she has a question, she can just call through the back behind her, and I'll just tell her where to go.
Okay. Roll me a survival check. If you want to use the map, then you have an advantage.
Oh, I love to use the map. I'll take survival check.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. You should probably have this book up and ready. Here is it's a 5-day trip. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Definitely fine. Easy enough. What? Let's just roleplay it out. As Gabe is in the back, kind of. He would be drawing the Medusa and then like taking his own personal notes on like what the creature is and how it acts and logs, just out of curiosity. You see that he has multiple books that keeps just like bringing different ones out, and they're all huge with like different notes and things. And he keeps bringing out like a yellow binded one for her, and there's other creatures in there that he has personal notes and like okayish drawings in there for them. Hey, question. What time are you arriving? You morning? Night? I don't want to enter no town at night with all this cattle.
Well,
Just saying.
that kind of makes sense. So I guess we're gonna enter in the morning.
Are you okay with that? With your survival, you can actually map out to get there at a specific time.
Alright, yeah, if morning's what we need, then morning's what we'll do.
Alright, that sounds good to me. With the food that you guys have, the reindeer soup and the provisions that they brought, there would be only 1 day's worth of food that you guys don't have provisions. If you have rations, you can eat your rations.
I have 9 days of ration.
If not, then we need a hunt.
Well,
Unless you want to hunt.
well, I am a panther now, so
Okay.
I'll go hunt.
Okay. Roll me who else is gonna go with you? Gabe is
can I
gonna
just go ahead
have
and
his
ask?
hands really full with just the cows moving in different terrain throughout 5 days.
Can I just ask Oria, do you need any help? Because if not, then I'm
Yeah,
gonna stay
you just
here.
see the panther just nod his head like, sure, why not?
Whoever is doing the main action, roll me.
What do you mean main action?
Whoever. So.
Whoever's
Yeah.
hunting.
Are you hunting as well?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
if she said she needs help,
You
then
can
yeah.
either both roll, or you can give her an advantage and she can roll twice.
So,
It's up to you guys.
so what is it?
Survival.
I don't have any survival.
Right. Then if you want it, you can grant Oria an advantage.
Yeah, I want the obey.
Okay. It's totally y'all's call.
Could wait, who's this one?
Banter.
I'll go with it. So wait, hold on. Sorry, because I'm also having to look at the panthers.
Yeah. If the panther has the higher survival, use the panthers.
Hold on. Okay, it also mentions the panther has an advantage on wisdom, too. So would you?
With the advantage
I
you
don't.
already
Yeah.
got.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just make the DC slightly lower. I missed the. What is it? 3.5. Just plus 2 or minus 2.
So that makes it 15.
15. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
15's good. Let's see what you. Slightly below average. Okay. Okay. Well, that's slightly below average on a lot of those. It's still winter time. You do notice that in your pure panther form, you stand out a lot. The black against the whites. Halfway through the hunt, you're like, maybe you should just send a snow leopard or something. Just to blend in a little bit more. But you do find a family of pretty large porcupines. And porcupines are big, but you find 4 slightly bigger than usual porcupines. Oddly out of hibernation and just kind of roaming around, just digging. They have not spotted you guys at all. What do you guys wish to do?
I have arrows.
Okay. Do you want to shoot? Do you want to shoot? You want to attack? Roll me an attack and roll me an attack.
Or I can always just
Yeah, I mean you can attack it.
kind of do.
Yeah. Well, I'm
the
gonna.
dagger.
I'll yeah.
Sure.
You know, she's gonna stealth it and attack.
Okay, yeah. Both of you guys roll me 2 attacks.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah.
I
Shoot it in
kind of
there.
dagger.
That's fine.
Hold on. That's a 5.
You. Oh
Hold
well,
on.
you could either use the panther's claws or rake or pounce, whatever
Oh
it has.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Or you can use your spear, which I think the panther's might be slightly higher.
Okay, so the panther has bite and claw.
You can choose whichever one you want. And I don't know, but I think most big cats have like a rake ability. If you charge, you get bonuses. Cowrabao, what did you get?
Oh, it was a 10 and then 12.
Both of them hit rolling damage.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I thought it wasn't gonna hit.
They're porcupines. They're
Okay, it was so
You're
low.
not fighting the dragon.
Okay. Oh, and my attack.
You don't need to be high
changed.
tension right now. It's fine.
So I'm rolling for bite, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
So. With the boulder. Okay, so I rolled a.
Okay, my bow hit for 10.
Okay.
So it was a 7.
7 hits.
Okay.
Wait, do I need to
I'm sorry.
do a sneak attack?
No stink attack because no
Okay.
one's there. What about your dagger?
Yeah.
Roll me for dagger. And roll me damage for your pounce.
Okay.
I just want to not hero 1. For how vicious this is going to
I need a D.
Wait for.
What's
So
up
for
with
the bite,
that?
I need.
D4.
Okay. As you guys, first the arrow lets go, and then you see Cowrabao throw the dagger. And by the time that the arrow hits, you actually, almost instinctually, are running faster in a very transient state in your panther form to get these creatures. And you kill blow right to the neck as one pounces. An arrow and the dagger leaps two of them wounded, as one of them just scurries off. And then by the time that you guys get there, you can finish off the other one, and by the time he gets there, the one that you had wrapped on his neck passes, so you can grab the other one. And you guys come back with 3 very large porcupines that you guys can cook. Adding a little bit of stop to your day, but with it. Oddly enough, Gabe also knows how to take the quills off and kind of stores them in a bit.
That's what I was gonna
And, and like, you guys want the pellet? Alright, that's a stupid question apparently. It's mine then. And there's some pretty
Can I
juicy
keep some
steak.
of the?
Yeah, if you want some.
I don't know,
There's about
maybe I
like
can use
200
it-
of those.
Maybe I can use it for weapon or something.
Yeah, how many do you want? There's like 200 of them. You have as many fucking porcupine quills as you want.
I want 50.
Alright, put 50 porcupine quills on your character sheet.
We'll see.
This is D&D grand.
We'll see what I can do with this.
You guys have enough food, and some left over too, for the trip.
I'll use my musket to make some really nice fillets of those
Ooh,
porcupines.
that's in there.
A little pepper, a little salt.
You see that when you take over, Gabe kind of like, grabs a red book, starts jotting down some notes. I know you
Just
can
gonna
play
rub a little garlic on that and
You see like, what about he throws you butter and then you start
yes.
cook fire.
Now we're talking.
As you guys
I'll
are
be back on the roof cleaning
yes,
my boat.
yeah, as and you can retrieve your arrows for this means. As you guys leave, your 5-day trip is going to, and then by the time that you guys get there, some of your meat is gone, and you see that the Minotaur kind of has slobber all over him of the grease, in a baby drunken state of endorphins and meat. Since you guys have the map, the visualization of where you guys are going, whoever wants to roll history can roll history to see what you know about the time before you guys get there.
I'm not gonna do that because that's not gonna go well.
I have a plus
I mean,
2 on my
if you don't know something, then you don't know.
Do it. Do it.
Bad anyway. 9.
9. Okay, yeah.
I don't want you now, you lucky dice, my
Okay,
ass.
yeah. Did you roll?
Oh yeah, I did.
What did you get?
11.
Okay, 11 is enough. Okay.
Okay, good.
Me and my plus
Yeah.
2.
So, you know that Kare Mage is it's alongside the Stravel River because you can easily see it on the fucking map. But it's really weird. It kind of looks like it's on top of a mountain. You don't know if that's the art design or what. And when the only real thing that you know is that there's payload worship there, and most gods are accepted. It's not like a one sanctioned religion, especially in Varasia where there are many city-states. So some city-states claim to one sort of religion, just as whatever specific faction is ruling that specific area. This one kind of opens it to a lot. And as you guys are getting closer and closer and closer, you notice why it looks like it's on top of a mountain, because it slightly is. It's a 6-sided wall that's on top of an 80-foot cliff. And there's a stairwell, a path, kind of going up slowly with the cart. As you guys are going and are arriving, Gabe kind of, well, since he's been walking the whole time, I'm bringing them up there. I'll find someone to talk to. It's not like none of them can disappear. Then his eyes wide open and looks directly at Thomas at what he just said. Yeah, Thomas, why don't you help me out here a little bit? Again, Thomas, for the past 5 days he really didn't say anything. But since you guys on the hustle and bustle of the city, going there really early in the morning, let's change this depressing sad Western song to a medieval town village. As you guys are getting there, Thomas says his goodbye and greets y'all with a very soft half hug. He kind of just like is eyed on the ground, just listening to whatever Gabe says.
I give him a full hug.
Yeah, like
With the full barbarian on.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Your leg.
No, his other leg.
I squeeze his shoulder, but his leg popped. Gabe says, "I'll find you eventually. I don't think y'all are very hard to find. You guys are kind of distinguished a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Oria.
Yeah. You shouldn't get much trouble here. Shouldn't.
Shouldn't being the key word. We'll find a way.
Transform into a dog.
The day is still young.
Yeah.
I have I guess a question.
Yes.
Out of
Yeah, out of character. What's up?
How far is this city from a certain forest?
I can show you on a map on our break, but
Okay.
it's the forest would be. Wait, which one did you choose? F or G?
F.
Okay. The forest is here. You're here,
Okay.
but I can show you on a map.
Okay.
specifically.
No, just to give an idea, because
You're going away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have Oria approach Thomas.
Mhm.
If you don't wish to sell your cattle, perhaps go to Fengwood.
He looks at you. Thank you. Kind of leans. Maybe the only. You don't know if it's humorous or curiosity or. The only other emotion that Thomas has had, he leans over to Gabe. Where is that? Like, don't worry, friend. Well, I wish you guys farewell. Hopefully this isn't a goodbye, but just see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see you around. It's a small world.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see each other.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid.
I actually kind of
Yeah,
like
same
the
to you.
coffee.
I ain't gonna. I'll leave some in the. I'll leave some in there. There's some food left in there too. Yeah. Y'all holler if y'all need something. You scream. I won't be around, but you know, it might help to get someone to help you.
When
counts.
when Gabe said just scream, and I was just like, Paladin!
And now we have been announced to the whole city.
Yes. As they get their cattle and they go to the first person, you can see that Gabe kind of almost grabs Thomas's hand to like rail up the biggest bullet they have before he goes off and just starts asking questions. But as you guys are arriving, it's, especially in the morning, it's fairly busy. As you guys start making your way up towards the spiralness to go all the way to the top of the city, immediately there's people trying to sell you trades. There's even like little tents set up to sell you guys things.
Just on the side of the road.
Yeah, pretty much like vendors.
Shit, we hit morning rush.
You guys are getting
It's the farmer's market morning rush.
yeah, pretty much. What Gabe mentioned earlier, that there is one of the biggest trades from this side of the world is here. Before you even make it to the city, there's people yelling, "The codes! Get your codes!" There's a dwarf. He's like, "Got some fine jewelry. You want to buy something?" There's human who's selling religious trinkets, and it has like a stand with jewelry all over it. Like every single religion Even all the bad ones, he just has them all on display.
I've been to the specific stall before.
I've seen this at Red Fair.
I've seen this before.
There, anything you want. There's even a person, an old lady. Get your swords here. Find the swords around. And when you guys approach, they're all rusted.
Oh.
Pretty good swords.
Oh,
if
bless
I do
her.
say. So as you guys are reaching the
Is
entrance,
it as good as this?
it's better than that. Oh no, that's really sharp. As you guys are approaching the entrance, there is roll me a religion check. Anyone that wants to. As you guys are approaching the entrance.
Sure.
Religion, don't know what that is.
What is that? That's some kind of thing where you pray to.
That
G.
food?
Yeah, that food.
16.
That food?
Okay, 16.
18.
12.
Okay. What did you get?
18.
18. Yeah.
I should really have a higher
I mean, if you just rolled low, then that sucks. But you guys see a shrine of Farlagon, the god of the roads. That you guys would identify that. And in there it just says welcome. Roll perception, since you slightly failed your religion check.
16.
Okay. For what you guys see, it's a stone, not mural, but like, it kind of looks like a stone box that like someone can go physically inside, but it has moss and mold all over it. And the only thing that you see that why it would be the sign of Farlagon would be the road symbol. Like you see the specific like emblem of the god, and you see this as welcome in there. Most that you would know, at least the temples of Farlagon would be. This is it. This is the only prayer you say. Thank you or bye when you enter or leave a town. As you see that there. How old it is and crumbly and rusted. There are some writings underneath that you can identify in Celestial.
Oh.
Yeah. And what you can read
Sweet.
is give what you can, even a whisper. Blessed are those on this road.
How high up is the box? Is it like on the ground?
It's eye level to like a dwarf. It's short.
Oh,
It's like 4 feet.
Okay. As
And
I
it's just like
pass-
literally just a stone with like a hole and then like slightly a dome, and it looks like there once was a door, but now it's just greenery.
I guess as I pass, I'll just slip a gold coin into it.
Okay. When you put out your gold, you see that like a slight rusted arm goes, a slight little pocket goes in,
That's kind of
and
cool.
you hear like ching 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 ching, and hits the bottom.
Remove said gold.
Okay. As you guys are walking into town, very busy, very loud, for sure. Immediately, you're surrounded by people just trying to sell you things, just looking at with the sword, or they have a pellet looking up, and as you guys are dismissing it, the one thing that kind of catches your eye is there's a little elven kid,
Oh.
tiny little bugger.
Oh,
Hey, who's you're driving, right?
I'm driving.
He goes, Mister, want a map? One
Yeah.
copper. You see that he's
Yeah.
panting as he's like running to push people away.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'll stop the cart for him.
And when that happens, you see another little human kid kind of elbows him. 2 copper. Market is painful out there.
Ain't that a damn shame?
It's a good map, Mister.
I'll take your word for it, and I'll just take his map and give him a copper.
Okay. He's like, damn it. You hear that both of them start bickering as they're running off. Roll me perception.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Use your map. Roll me perception.
Everyone?
Who's ever in the front and only who's ever in the back end of the cart.
Oh, but I'm on the top of
21.
Then you can roll.
the
21.
Oh,
Okay.
and obviously by this point.
Oh yeah. You're not a fucking panther.
In
Oh
the
god,
back
I'm not a
Yeah, who's
panther
ever
running
is in the
into.
back.
Oh,
What is this?
Who's ever in the back?
Perception. Yeah.
17.
Or finer.
I'm not rolling this one anymore. That was
13. Okay.
3.
Well, yeah, you guys don't see it. What did you get?
17.
17. you hear like towards the back of the cart, and you don't see anyone there. You heard and something move. Maybe it was a minotaur. She's not crying or anything. And then immediately hits you. There is a distinct smell of fish coming from your cart.
Can I just go ahead and kind of peek?
Yeah, there's a big flounder.
I'm still on
just
the roof,
in
but I
the,
just
on the back of the cart, and with your perception, you see that there's a couple little elven kids as they're running towards the guy that just told you the map and high-fiving, and then kind of just like yeah, you did good.
Oh my god.
And yeah, there's a dead, gross, rotting fish in your cart.
Great.
Eventually, the minotaur kind of moves over.
Hey, Aria,
Just
you want to
kicks
give me a
it off.
salad?
takes it off the cart.
Yeah.
Wait, do I notice this?
Yeah, you would notice it by now. Yeah.
I want to grab the fish and hold on to it until you pass the kids.
Oh, they're behind you, unless you want to
they
make
are.
your
Okay,
way to...
never mind then.
Okay.
Never mind.
Chunk it.
Do you want to keep it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Oria's behind the cart.
Mm-hmm.
By this point, has she basically put two and two
Yeah.
together?
You guys can.
The kids are still over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's
they're
gonna approach them.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Okay. As you approach, say.
Well, I'll stand behind Oria.
Hey, if you're gonna
just
go
kinda
scold
be-
him, you want the fish.
Snap, snap.
As you are going there, you see that.
I want to witness this. I'm behind Oria.
Dead fish in one hand, dried her leg in the other.
No, the fish. I'm doing the fish
Okay.
slapping.
There's about 10 of them that were in this little pile, and then when they see you, they start laughing. And then, like, instantly all 5 of them kind of push into each other, and they don't really know how to run. And the one that sold you the map is the only one there, as his friends, like, and you see that he's kind of like a little elf boy paralyzed.
No.
Hi.
As both of you approach.
She is just with her trunk. Well, no. She's gonna reach out, grab this child by their ear, and take them over to the cart to West.
Ma'am, I didn't do anything wrong. And that's happening as you do see an old lady as she's like getting up, like sweeping the front of his door. His friends
So
kind of just like
dirty
in
there.
they're like,
Kids are at it again.
can you let him go?
And then Oria's just gonna give that look over at the kids like, you can come too.
And kind of just like from behind, maybe 5-10 feet away, he's just going towards it, and she brings over a child. His ear is very red now.
Oh.
She'll let it go once they get to the cart. Now what do you say?
It was fun. Sorry.
You gonna do it again?
Probably. No.
Can I just look at them, intimidate?
Sure.
God.
Sure, intimidate them.
By the
You're
time
not
I
making a
roar,
very
scare
good
you.
Oh,
first
no.
impression here.
Yeah, sure. Roll intimidation with an advantage after everything you've done.
With an advantage.
Yeah. I'll grant you an advantage on them.
Oh, she'll say something after.
Oh no.
9.
Listen here, you kid.
I was drinking a little bit. You stay there.
It smells like my dad. They get the points, but you also feel that they get scolded all the fucking time. You get that feeling instantly for just how like, yes, I won't do it again. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
No.
But still.
Yeah,
Can I-
Oria's gonna kind of get down to the level like, you know what happens when you do stuff like this? And you keep doing stuff like this?
I keep getting them.
What? Can
I
I
just listen to this?
Can I?
Because the next time you could do, if you keep doing stuff like this, you know what happens?
Can I
One
just
day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna turn into a rat.
What? No. Oh my god.
I'm just like,
Deception, sorry.
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
oh man.
An 11.
No. Is it real? No.
Have you seen someone like me before? There you go.
Can you transform in Chalet?
As you
Kinda
still have my
whisper.
ear?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go now?
So let him go. Go on.
And you hear, I want to be a fucking rat. It's your fault. You're the one that does it all the time.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
You better run. And he's just holding my sword.
You did good, Cal. You did good.
Aw.
Intimidated them.
Yeah, you did great.
Or he's gonna mumble some
Watch
stuff
him
under
be
her
the
breath.
son of the person who runs this whole town.
Don't give him ideas.
My father will hear about this.
My father here about that back in the news, is there? Yeah, we're here today, you best way old 20 years. So, what do you guys wish to do now that you're in here?
I need to go shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably find a spot to park the cart. And
Yeah.
get
Well, you have a
Lodging
map.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they drew it. It's not a professionally done map. They drew
I
it.
can't fucking read.
It's
They didn't even add a "you are here" star.
Nope.
Like that's so
Nope.
unprofessional.
these were 10-year-olds that did this map. So you would notice that you're entering the corner all the way to the bottom right. That corner. That's where you're entering. So
The bottoms?
Yeah. Yes. They're named for a reason. If you guys want to try to read a little bit of where the map is, give me an investigation check, asking around and all that jazz.
Nope.
What
That's
the
an
shit?
11.
10?
21.
10.
Wow. Thank God for that.
As you guys are asking around, yeah, let's do that. As you guys are just by alleys,
My God, we're
with the
such-
cart still,
Such tourists.
eventually,
Shit.
you guys, you three, huh?
Trixie's left alone.
Trixie! Your
back.
elk is still fighting it. You guys are getting that as soon as they smell the leftover fish, they kind of like, tourist. And they start like,
I bought a fucking star map off a kid. Like,
they give you some hints of where you should go, depending on what you ask. We'll get to yours in a minute. What's your charisma? Just what's your score?
Wait, what do you mean?
13? Yeah, charisma, the score?
Oh, the
13,
score is
14.
13.
Okay, that's fair. It's bigger than probably me. Let's start on the lines. What are you looking for? What are you asking for?
I'm looking for a good place I can lodge the cart and
Okay.
get us, roof over our heads and food.
All of you three, when you ask your questions, you're gonna more try to gear toward, why don't you buy something and give you the information, and then they're like, go to this district or go to this town. You guys get that the town is divided between 11
What do
different
you
districts as
What
what
do
you
you
can count.
Maybe I can ask them.
Magical
Yeah,
items.
Because I do need
there is a location where there's, for going towards west, you want really high end lodging, you can go to the Stacks, which is the high end district, or the hospital district, and those would have lodgings depending on what you want to afford. The closer you go towards the warden districts, the cheaper they would be. So like kind of in the center of the town, and that's where they would point you at.
Alright.
What are you asking for? If it's the same thing, you would get the general center provision. High end, we go directly towards the center, or the hospital district, slightly center to the right. The poorer district would be center towards upper left.
Okay.
And for magic items, they specifically tell you to go to a wizard academy that they have there, or go to the Abyss, which is the general market area. That you can find anything there.
I'll go there first.
They actually like, you ain't one of those guys that's into the, you know, the no pulse ones, right? All right, just checking if you're one of those weirdos.
I kind of like a really kind of like nod, but I say, "May the light of Palor shine upon you."
Yeah, I mean, hey, I ain't saying that I ain't seen some of you guys walking in them places. With your general investigation check, you see that this place is hubbing with a lot of different races. The majority would be humans for sure, but there's no short of halflings, there's no short of dwarves or elves, half-orcs. You see a centaur or two walking around. You actually see a troll just walking, just negotiating, arguably negotiating over buying some stuff, but a lot of different races. And as you're walking up, one or two people kind of look at you, but then very southern, the mom's like, mind your own business, and they kind of just pull you away. Going towards you. You do manage to see, and in your conversation, a gnome with very curly, almost lockish. No, yeah,
Okay.
no, with almost lockish red hair, with a kilt, almost skirt. Yeah, he has an enter. Specific mini. He stops at you, looks. Hello. He goes over. How can I help you?
Oh,
no.
What is this?
Oh.
Yes. Yes, you. Are you here to buy things, or are you here to look at me?
Well, I'm here to buy things, not.
Oh, good, because I can show you the right shop for me. Come here, come this way, and just grabs your hand.
There he goes.
And you guys see Cowrabao being dragged by a gnome.
Guys!
I'm pretty sure we're never gonna see him again.
Yeah, I think Cow just got trapped into a bargain thing.
When you see me, he also has a tiara on him, very sparkly, very nice. Oh, his clothes are very fine, very clean. He also smells.
Can I just keep yelling at my
Eloquently.
party?
Yeah, you can. It's okay. They can come and watch too. That's fine. I don't.
What are we watching?
What are going to? Do you like? It's no. It's not now. As he keeps slacking his head, you're like, no, give me your hand. It's going to.
Fuck a cloud.
Unless you really want to get away from him, he's leading you towards apparently a shop.
Okay.
What do you want? I can make you anything you want. Anything you need.
I need to upgrade my bow.
I got plenty of those. That's fine. Thought you were gonna give me a challenge. You guys continue.
Yeah, I gotta see where this is going. I gotta see where this is going.
So,
Friends, help me, friends.
plans.
You're on your own, but we'll
Yeah.
watch.
What kind of friends are no friends?
That's very we're that level of asshole friends.
Ariell, watch the card. I gotta go see this.
Eventually, you
I'm
guys go
not staying
through
with the kids again.
different corridors, different carts, and you guys go to an area that has a slight bit of like organic pollution, where depending on how close you get to a shop, just different little weird things appear. More prejudictionist type, like a kid just walks through and like his skin turns blue, but as soon as he walks away from the fog, his skin goes back. Just like organic mishaps.
That's cool.
And then eventually you go to this odd shop, and you just thought it was a very cylinder woodish shop, but when you get there, it's a acorn. It's definitely the shape of an acorn.
Neat.
What is this?
And it's an
Somebody
acorn.
tell me what's going on.
Icon.
As you go in,
Summary?
it's sure, whatever you need this to be. There is a lot of books and a lot of armory when you go through.
Oh, this is so much more underwhelming than I thought it'd be.
I guess I'm already with.
Yeah, he's gonna bring you in. As he goes in, he just
Bastard.
snaps his fingers. Open. Kicks the door. It opens. Works every time.
Every time my butt.
He looks at you. Oh, don't damn it.
I don't want this. Can I leave?
Do you guys follow?
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm following.
He looks at you. Who are you? And you can enter too.
So sassy.
Do you guys also wish to follow?
The kids.
Or are you going to stay with the children?
I'll stay with the children.
Cool, I'm going in.
I'm going in. If I start hearing a commotion, though,
Okay.
I'll peek in and make sure the kids are okay and then
You
run
see
into
that when he goes in, there is, sorry, apologize. I'm gonna eventually pre-draw this to have a specific one, for the shop. He like, the audio friends. He looks at you, drops your hand. Are you with him?
Well, I mean, we were traveling together.
Okay.
Can I just
No, you cannot escape. He grabs his wand and just like locks the door.
Oh,
You-
whoa, oh man.
And then he kind of does this. All the blinds go up and all the light caves in. A lot of shit all over the place. There's piles of books upon books, neatly organized. There's a lot of different goblets and just like books of gems. There's different hands that are starting to rotate with the rings all over them. The walls are decorated in different weapons. And some even have glass cages on them, and so like spinning in rotation. Underneath his desk up here, they're just different vials and
it's a fancy store.
yeah, it's a fancy item shop. The other thing that you see is, and I do need you guys to roll me a where is it? A percentile. Anyone that's inside the shop. I hope that he's watching because I know he's not. Yeah, percentile. Yeah, they make up 100.
33.
30. Okay.
2d10.
61.
What's a d10? This and what?
That and another one.
What is this?
So the
3-0.
Okay, so 30. Okay, so you guys,
okay.
yeah. So you guys see the image of the same human who has like short military hair, like over exaggerated chest, like he looks very well drawn, very well muller. Different like oil paints, different canvases, different materials, acrylics here, some hand drawings here, all over the place, but overly exaggerated. Like his thighs, that's not how thighs work.
Oh, no.
That's 11 pec. I mean, sorry, 11 abs. That's not how that
Man,
works.
he's shredded.
And you guys recognize that this would be you would know his name. Kind of like I've seen him somewhere, right? Some military leader back at the last wall. Sir K, you think his name was? And are you like, oh yeah, he held his own against a demon once, and then he's like, psh. And when that happens, he kind of like waves his wand, and all the eyes is glossed over with like black paint that automatically was whatever the enchantment was, just whatever he does not see does not hurt him. Come, chop. What do you need? And then kind of just waves his wand again, and you see that he's overly exaggerating all the spells that he's doing, and then you see a disc comes over and just kind of ticks him up a little bit, and he's just sitting down, legs crossed. Welcome, I am Tida Wise, this is my acorn. How can I help you?
It's a very nice acorn.
Thank you, I did not make it. And then, yes, as I get his theme song ready. He has a song.
Got a theme song.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
yeah.
Cal, what you buying?
What do you
We're
need?
here.
What can I help
Maybe a new string for my bow.
you? That's
Show some skin, maybe you can get a discount.
yes. Show me skin. I'll give you discount. That little birdie told me outside. That's not enough.
Oh yeah, you're just
Hopefully
wearing
somebody
like a
just
shoulder
noticed
pad.
So like that's 10%. Automatically 10%.
Okay.
What do you need from Three the Wise? I have it all, except for the things I don't have, and I do not have them. But I usually have everything.
So, what y'all buying?
What do you need?
I'm just going to pull out a piece of paper and just slide it across to him.
What
I
are you
need-
trying to sneak away from me?
I need all of that if you have.
pretty expensive.
For some.
Which one do you want first?
Mm.
I have gift cards too. You know. 10 punches gives you a discount. Here you go, here you go. And it's a picture just of his glorious red mustache. It's slightly wet too.
It's like one of those loyalty punch cards.
Huh?
Is it like one of those loyalty punch cards?
Yeah. 10 punch cards gives you a discount.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Put it in my belt.
Oh, God.
If it's a mustache, I'll be like,
I'll start with the.
It's sticky.
Let's see.
Ew.
Top 3 will be bracers of defense, periaptive wound closure, and a shield.
You've been doing your research. You've been looking at that book. It's a good book. Okay, look, I tell you how much these things cost in a minute.
I was reading Sky Mall and I just
That's
figured.
his song.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Is this playing in the building?
Now it is.
Yes.
As you see a porcelain horse and elephant start rolling around in a merry-go-round as this happens. It kicked a little too late, but I fixed it. It's fine. It's okay.
Catchy.
This is beautiful.
Yes, okay. Look, it's going to cost you an arm and another leg.
Who has a driver leg? Who has that driver leg? We have a leg.
Too bad I'm not in the shop with you.
Yeah, lucky you.
Look, I'm going to... Okay, for the first one, it's going to be 35. With 2 zeros. You know, the number.
3,500.
Yes. Unless you want it cheaper, then it's not going to work.
That's the bracers.
The ring.
The ring.
Yeah. I'm just going off the top of your list how you want it.
Okay.
But I can give you the cloak for them, it's going to be 5. With 2 more zeros. Oh, was that 2 zeros then? I just don't, I forget to do, you know how it is.
Okay.
Keep staring at him. Then he starts looking at you.
Hi.
It's fine.
It's so expensive.
You want to move close to that one? I don't have to move my head twice.
Alright.
I don't
you
know.
guys together?
I don't know what's going on, so I was just like.
So the cloak is 500.
Yeah, 500.
The ring is
30.
Pretty cool place.
3,500. What else?
If you want off camera, I can just give you the math for all of them.
Yep.
Is there one specific that you want? How much money do you have?
I have 296
Pretty
gold,
big,
5
stupid as
plasma,
hell.
and 18 silver.
Yeah,
With
we
5
usually get a bigger
sapphires, a
discount
gold
if I
necklace
ride
with a
over
ruby,
you.
a pouch of 10 precious gems,
I
Should I
ride
get on
over you.
my shoulders?
On your shoulders.
golden topazes, and
Add it all up, and we'll get some stuff.
got it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
The entire time this is happening,
This is gonna
I'm
take
just
a
gonna
while.
sit
Yeah, yeah.
down and Cal's gonna sit on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Keep going. and make a picture in my head.
1 platinum's 5
Hey,
gold.
that's
10 gold.
that's
2 gold.
50% off, sir.
Look, I also have to make money.
You'll make money.
It's not touching. It's not
You'll make money.
15%. You're like, if
Can we stack discounts or?
if you want to stack more on top for you.
Hey, Ariell, you want to do us a solid real quick? I think we can get you that discount.
Roll me the strength.
Don't fuck this.
15.
You managed to do it.
Just picking them up while he's calculating.
Looking.
That's freaking weird.
He looks over, puts down a statue of the same person that's all over the walls. Don't look. Okay. I'll give you a 20 discount,
You're welcome.
but I would need part of your hand.
I mean, I already got a lot of it, so why not?
He just pulls one out.
Okay.
Okay.
What is up with him and
I'll go back.
He goes to the back.
For the record, Wes doesn't shower, so.
How much would these gems be worth that I have?
Which gems?
I have a bag of 10 precious gems, so it's 5 diamonds, 4 golden topaz, and an emerald, and I have 5 sapphires, and I have a gold necklace with a ruby.
Oh, I got
Sapphire.
2 sapphires.
Sapphires are 50.
50 each?
Yeah, 50 each. What are the other gems you have?
10 precious gems, so 5 diamonds, 4 topaz, and 1 emerald.
The diamond. Did I give you the diamond, or is that something?
It was the 10 precious gems chosen by me.
Oh, was that from Rolling?
Don't know what that was from.
Let's say each
Honestly.
one is 20 gold then.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. I don't even remember what that was from.
Yeah, because I don't either. But you have it on your sheet, therefore it exists. Yeah. So if you have the sapphires, you can exchange them as gold for 50 each. However you want. It's just a bartering system.
Okay. I mean,
And,
I was gonna just give it to Ariell since
yeah.
he apparently wants to really buy something. Just
Yeah.
be like, hey, I got 2 sapphires.
What do you need? Give me that.
2
Pulls
sapphires?
your bow.
I got
It's
2
really
sapphires.
good. Throws
You
it
want
at you. You
them?
don't
I
really
just
do
like going like this with them.
I could just kind of
It's a good bow.
wipe it and then put it back on my.
Did you make it?
Yes.
It's good. Good quality. I like the
Thank
wood.
you.
Very strong. Meaty.
What about the necklace?
Meaty. Real meaty.
He looks at it.
Me and my life.
Actually.
Huh? Wait, what? Oh yeah. He was still bartering.
I found it.
I don't want it. Not too much up.
Put it back in my
And
bag.
then this.
Okay. This is the gold and ruby necklace.
And
No.
this. Do you want? Maybe you'll buy that.
What?
Are you pointing at your dick? What are you pointing at?
Just trying to get something out
See,
of
the
it.
wines were definitely like that.
My very battle-hardened Drider arrow.
Oh, you want to try bartering with it? Yeah.
That's the total so far.
I'll write that on your character sheet that you have, and then we'll discuss it in a minute. But you can probably acquire a couple of these items.
Cool.
For sure. What do you want, Mr. Big? And he kind of puffs up as much as his body can puff up.
Well, to be honest, you got a lot of paraphernalia in this store, and it's quite overwhelming.
Yes, it is quite
Didn't
big.
really come in here
You
with a
did your
game
research,
plan. I
yeah.
just wanted to observe.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
I have a shopping
In
list written down on the
layman's
page right there.
Because really,
Any cantrip,
I can't,
any plus
I can't buy a
one
silver bow because I need
weapon you can
for
find
my
here too. Easily.
artificer
Um,
class. I need to
Anything
silver
else would be
or else
as
it's not gonna
needed.
be
And he has a load of basic potions too. Other than that,
Need a shopping
it's
list of stuff I need.
DM makes the store.
maybe a better sword.
Yeah, but if you need a basic weapon, a +1, he has
Yeah,
those.
+1
Or
How much?
very common robes as well.
Okay, how
I'm
much
trying to
would
get plus three
those
shield.
run for? The +1 weapons?
Yes, I need to look at my chart because
Or
I'm
you
too
need
stupid
both
to
money. I
remember
have
things.
Preferably a
Kind
two-hand.
of rolled down. I don't know why I rolled it.
Oh,
there.
well,
Yeah, that might be
it'd
good.
be about 500. Just a big.
That'd be 200 gold right there.
Right, I'm pretty short on that, so I'd have to get back to you on it.
Well, then just
Magic
ask him for money.
Or pick.
Oh, ask that one.
Need to sell that.
And then he kind of looks at the cart. Who's in there?
Who?
Huh?
Who's in,
Oh, that's just our friend. She's babysitting at the moment.
she. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, what can I get
She
for
can come, so
this?
it's fine.
War pick. That magic war pick.
Yeah, I
Do you
guess
hand that
so.
to him?
Huh?
Do you hand that to him?
To sell.
This is really good. They give you 4. What give you 5 for it?
5 what?
With 2 zeros. Remember, you have to keep up.
Me, I'm very smart but slow at the same time.
That's okay. I can teach you. It's fine.
5?
Yes, 5. With 2 zeros.
Okay. I know, that's what I said.
Do you want to do the trade?
2 zeros.
You want to do it?
And do you want the 4 sapphires too?
I can. You can give me whatever you want. It's fine.
Here you go. And then the 4 sapphires. To convert.
Hey, would you be willing to purchase a bottle of fine elven wine for me?
Oh yeah, we do have that.
And 30 soaps.
Damn
Oh,
soaps.
soap.
How many sapphires do you have?
4.
That's 700 gold you have right there. Mark down your character sheet that if you sell that, that's 700 gold.
Yeah,
You can give to him, he'll
Oh,
exchange it and give you 700 if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's what he
So
says.
700 total for the pick and the sapphires.
So,
No, I didn't come here expecting me to give you. Well, I did actually. I didn't expect me to give you money this way. But
drinks.
The bottle's gone. He's very good.
Well, you need to buy that now.
He hands you 2 platinum.
Oh. Shit. Okay. That is nice.
I'm gonna have to close very soon.
Well, if
I'm
you-
very small.
What if I sell him my barrel of 30 soaps and winter wolf pelts? I have 2 of
Alright,
those.
well, if you're gonna be here a while, I'm gonna just slide you over one of my platinum. I'm gonna give Oria a turn in here. I'm gonna go watch the kids in the cart.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's very nice to meet you.
I'll give you
As
that
you're walking
200
away,
gold
he
that I have.
ignores them.
Gracias.
Yes.
Well, I'll give you that
The
200.
door doesn't open.
I'll keep the 500.
Try the
for
door
you.
again.
Maybe I'll need something.
To my shopping.
Okay.
I think your door's a little
Then
stuck up.
unlocks it.
There it is. All right.
Can I
walk out.
go ahead and?
He will not buy the soaps. I smell good. Are you trying to smell good?
Huh?
You smell great.
Oh.
You smell
Told
perfect.
you they weren't
Grabs-
quality soap.
Grab some perfume.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll go out to the cart. Hey,
I'm
Oria,
just
you
like-
wanna
I'm like
turn
so
in there and
confused right now. I'm just like
weird stuff?
looking at them like.
Sure, why not?
What's going on?
Okay.
I'm scared.
Precious gems and weapons he'll buy, but not
Not
material
soaps.
things.
Got it.
He got drunk off your wine, so he'll pay for that.
Yeah.
As you enter the shop, you're exquisite.
Thanks.
How can I help you? Kind
I'm
of like
just in
goes like
here.
this with his hand. I can show you around.
Sure.
Waiting for you to grab his hand,
Oh
and then he gives you
your trunk.
No, it's in the trunk.
Nice. And it gives you a full tour of everything. Let's see. I say you have pretty miserable spiky thing. Come, I show you better. And he walks you to a corner, and there's a javelin that's really blue and has like a zigzag tip.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have that. Wait,
So-
I forgot. It's not actually that. When you try to grab a illusion, just
Mhm.
trust when I say this. Can I have you on a line? And you on a line too? Just put
Wait.
yourselves on a line. For my entertainment.
I just kind of shuffle over.
As in, pretend you have your javelin and like tries to grab yours. Okay, pretend you have your javelin like me, and then you throw it at one. It goes through, comes back.
Oh, it's a boomerang. It's a boomerang javelin.
I sell for you because you are exquisite. Four. 2 zeros. You weren't here for the speech. I don't like saying the last 2 numbers because nobody says 0.
Oh yeah, there's just no way I can afford that. I apologize.
Asking for money. If no one buys something by the end of this interaction, I will be very okay.
I will be buying something. So
Okay,
you
good.
Don't have to worry about that.
Okay, let your exquisite friend buy something too.
Hey, I have a pretty good bow right now that I'm not gonna be partying ever. Do you want to borrow money for that javelin? That javelin looks cool. But you're not gonna lose it at all.
Sure. That would be nice to be able to throw my javelin and it'll come back to me.
I can lend you that 400 gold. Is it 400 gold?
400, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here you go. As he's still holding your trunk, does not let go. A punch card.
It's a very nice one.
Uh-huh.
Very-
Oh hey, what can she use my punch card?
No,
It's
one
all
per
punch-
person. Don't cheat
But
me.
it's but it's all punched out.
I'll punch you out.
Didn't work.
Hey!
I think my flirting is wearing
Oria,
off.
who's also at the same time very confused.
Half of the things he's saying start to slur really soon
But one
as
of-
the full bottle of elven wine kicks his 40-pound body.
Hey, what about that 4?
You're welcome.
What about that 4 with the 20%? Is that 20%?
What? Stop talking. What?
You said 20%.
Yes, I gave you 20.
Is that the 20? The 4?
Hmm?
The 4 is the 20%, or is that a little bit more
Yes.
discount on that?
I would set it for higher, but
It's squeeze. Okay, yeah, well, go ahead. You can have the 4, the 400, and the javelin.
oh, okay. Here you go. I need to go to the back. He goes to behind his counter. You see that he waves his wand again, and something like chains move, and then he just disappears, like he's going downstairs. Ah, fuck! I'm okay.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh shit. You murdered the shopkeep.
Whoops.
I am a thief.
Don't say that.
She didn't say it out loud.
He comes out. Okay.
Trying to grab the giant.
And he's like,
She'll just reach out and grab it.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Well,
it's a javelin of lightning. He didn't mention that part.
Ooh.
okay.
Oh.
Fancy.
It returns.
Okay.
It does return.
Okay then.
As you hand him the 400 gold, he jots it down, punches your.
Acorn.
Do you have any?
Yeah, acorn. There you go. That's the emblem of the what's on the
Traveling Acorn
yeah.
Circus.
Yes, the traveling acorn. Well, you don't know that part yet.
Do you have any kind of special arrows?
You have any arrows that you could use? And magically enchanted arrows. I also have arrows that go boom. You know, and then you like.
Of course, this guy was. How much are your arrows?
I sell them for a price that I will tell you in a minute. Oh, each one's 100.
Each one.
One arrow. You think each sword is magically enchanted? Each arrow has to be also magically enchanted. That's why it's cheaper.
I just
You'll
get a
break
bow.
it.
I just get a better bow.
A what?
I gave you
Oh,
two
you
for
have to
one.
use that bow, right?
No.
I
I'm
give
not
you two
getting
for
it.
one.
2 for 1?
Two for one.
Okay, bracers of archery.
Wait, what?
Bracers of archery.
I don't have that.
Shoot.
I know what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Don't feel it.
Never mind.
You don't have bracers of archery?
No, what do you think I am? Some kind of person?
You're a wonderful person.
Thank you, I am.
So, so you have the bracer of archery.
But if you guys would like, he's selling +1 arrows, each one for 50 gold, which is pretty good. Sorry. If you want to buy it.
Plus what?
+1.
Plus
So
one
magically
arrow.
enchanted arrow.
For 50 gold?
Yeah.
How many? For 1?
1 for 50. You have to go grab it and then reuse it again. But if you shoot it, it's +1 hit, +1 damage.
I'm interested with that boom arrow.
Oh, okay. That one would be 3. Because it goes boom.
I mean 30.
3 but 2 0. Did you not pay attention to this?
But you told me it was 2 for 1.
Yes, if it's just normal magic. Fancy or boom magic is more expensive. Because it goes boom.
They told me it was 100. Now it's 3.
These different arrows. Different. They're not all green guys that get mad.
Oria's just looking around. Still.
There's a lot of pretty much any cantrip you want is also in here. If there's a cantrip that you would like to buy as a scroll. And he's any potion of healing. Is also
Would
here.
he be willing to trade scrolls for a cantrip by any chance?
What scroll do you have?
I have 2. I have, well, the one I'm willing to part with right now is a scroll for light.
You can give you a cantrip for that scroll for sure.
Okay, let me go and look at all of
The druidic ones. You'll exchange 1 for 1. And since we're just shopping right now, you guys can continue shopping. Let's let the audience go on the break and watch the trailer. No, it's fine. It's just don't want to do 2 more hours of roleplaying to the wise because it's kind of weird.
Come on, Ariell, pick your stuff.
I'm
trying.
All right, guys, we're gonna go on a little break while these beautiful people shop. Just boom, Shadow Master. Okay. So
Can I hold?
hold.
Can I hold?
It's only
40
1% of his
arrows?
power.
Yeah, you just have it under the cover. Yeah, 40 hours is fine.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
buy
Cool.
40
So
arrows.
you guys gather
So I
your
guess
materials
minus 2.
and your shop. Bye bye. See you guys later. See all these pieces later.
Okay.
Adios.
Bye bye.
And then when the door closes, you see that other spells cast and all the from the outside, all the black just slits that come on the different reliefs and paintings he has on them just go back. So the blue eyes. You can see now. And then as you're leaving, somehow the street is right where his shop needs to be. So like as you're going down, you can still see him in his disc.
Bye.
He's just floating up and just like cross-legged, just watching you guys.
But I was.
And to the point,
I was waving. Bye.
he doesn't wave bye. You gotta nudge a little bit. And to the point where you can't see him, then you hear like the door closes. Okay, so.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
So what'd y'all get? Have fun?
I hate and like that guy at the same time.
I just kind of show.
It was fun.
My nipples.
It was scary when he was dragging me. He was a small gnome and he was dragging me.
His strength is only when it counts. So.
He had a death grip on my head.
Fireball.
Actually, I want one too.
Yeah, well,
Fireball cupcakes, guys.
Thank
Want to
you.
show the camera fireball cupcake?
Fireball cupcakes.
so good.
Fireballs.
Fireballs.
Balls of fire. Okay.
38 of deliciousness in your mouth.
Yeah. So, that interaction took a lot longer than you guys thought. The sun is starting to set.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We got here in the morning?
Yeah, close to the morning.
Good lord.
Do you guys see a place to park your car? Do you,
Yes.
What else are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
I do want to see if there's a slave trading market in this city.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
It's not for what you
we
think.
need a big
That was a very specific need.
roll me a investigation.
Okay, I hope I do well on this. Come on.
I know why. I know why. Can I roll too? Because I know why.
Sure.
You know, like
What's up, buddy?
I know why it was going on. So can I roll for him too?
Sure, if you want to accompany him.
There you go.
Yeah,
Investigation.
Yeah.
Weren't we
19.
supposed to be looking for one of your temples out here?
Oh, yes.
You forgot.
Alright, so what did you get on investigation?
19.
19. What were you gonna say?
If there's any slave trade, because I know what he's going for.
Oh, okay.
Why he needs one.
Oh, okay. Never mind now. You go to a halfling. The one that would engage your conversation. Excuse me? You're looking to buy slaves? You do not know what you are.
This is actually.
We represent the free. No slaves here.
Well, that's
I
good
need
to
you
know.
in your 21 to get the fuck out of my face. And then he just sleeps. And you do know that he goes over to another section of halflings, and they'll have a very specific blue cloak on them. And he says that he represents the free.
Hmm.
You saw those cloaks also at the entrance,
Huh.
like where the slums were.
Do you know what that blue cloak says?
Yeah, because there's no slaves and they represent the free.
Okay then.
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
As he leaves, I just say the same thing again. May the light of Palor shine upon you. And I'm going to go.
Money, you said that. Okay.
And now I'm gonna catch up with the rest of the party. We're gonna go find a place to sleep, I guess, right?
Yeah, man. We'd like to park somewhere and get the kids
Find some
inside.
lodging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Discreetly.
Yeah.
Discreetly, sir.
You guys, as you're going towards a district and you're just looking for what has space for a cart, not that much has space for carts except for one location that's probably one of the biggest inns in, I guess, Tavern here. It strikes you very familiar. You've seen this name before, the Drunken Goat. You remember that?
Oh, hell.
Oh, this
From
place again?
Yeah, but it has the same sign. It looks nice and friendly
like-
from the inside.
Do we?
There's a
No
lot of-
jackal
No.
souls hanging off of the.
I look.
Yeah,
I
let's
look
find
at,
another place to sleep.
Yeah, I look at the two of them. Do we really need to stay here?
No way. Roll me an investigation. See if you find another location with that has a.
Oh man!
Is that good?
16.
Oh, I have 9.
Oh. I have a DC.
That's an 8.
I have 16.
Oh.
14.
No. 4 you guys don't match? No.
Fuck it, let's stay here.
Well.
If we see any of those jackal things, we're not though. I'd rather sleep in the cart.
Yeah,
Okay,
alright,
well,
yeah.
I
Please,
guess
if I
it's-
see one more goddamn jackal.
Well,
I dropped something.
Let's just try it here.
Is this like one of the places? Like this is a franchise of the place I put down.
Yeah, it's a franchise of it.
Good.
It just brings back bad memories.
Painful memories.
Yeah.
Creepy ass memories.
Yeah. You see, it's very lively. The
I think I know
innkeeper
why you want that.
introduces himself as
For babies.
as Jamal.
Is that what it's for?
No, that's a really good idea.
Oh, well, that's what I thought you'd be. That's why I said, well, I go come with you.
As when you guys are going towards back to Parker Solitude, there's already kids there waiting to like guide you. Kind of make fun of the T's not there at your elk as it disappears back into your ball whenever you deem it so.
Yeah, I'll just take up Trixie, put it in the bag. I'll just whoever's watching, I'm just gonna free parking.
You see that the man that's at the
Is
tavern.
that Jamal?
It's Jamal.
Jamal?
It's Jamal.
Finally?
Finally, you guys get to meet Jamal.
Hey.
Not that you should know who Jamal is, but yeah, there's a gentleman by the name of Jamal who is.
Can I go straight to the tavern? You know me.
Okay.
For some reason, that's what happened to my character, so yeah, let's just roll with it.
The location is how do you say it? No.
Oh,
no.
Are we back?
We
Where are we?
never left.
It's all an illusion.
That'd be a nightmare.
He's like, hello again.
You back? Good.
Buy everything.
Buy my everything. Take off your shirt. So, oh wow. There. Let's see how I can describe the location. Busy. There are a few madams at the location that are running around everywhere.
Wait, what are these?
Those are just people. Just things to represent busy.
Oh, okay.
Every single occupied like closed booth is being closed, as you see that. So let's use for right now just tea. But there is a half elf with the piano at the far end, with a couple of bottles already on the piano, trying to keep up and playing, but he keeps messing up every now and then. And when you see quickly look, there's no sign on top
Thank
of the
God.
there. But roll perception. Since you are specifically looking at a specific location, which this was not planned.
21. 4.
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay. And you both have religion, so you can roll religion when you see this. You do see that in that spot there was nothing. You're like, fuck no Jekyll, good. You notice that there is like carved like in wood, almost like the style that like someone like tagging wood. It looks like a laughing face, just a face, a smiling face drawn on there. But like the smile's kind of crooked, like they just messed up and they just like went with it. You guys also see this. You guys managed to see a little bit more detail in it. It has a rough, ragged smile that hits somewhere. What did you guys get on with?
17.
8.
You would know this as Orilamara. The laughing smile, the god of rogues. Wine, entertainment, the party god.
I'm also going to hold on to my coin pouch a little tighter.
As you should. As everyone sees that, he quickly looks at it.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, you just take that.
Yeah.
Tighten my belt.
Just
Oria catching on with
yeah,
that.
to the left. There.
Stuff it. There we are.
You see that to describe Jamal, it has a white apron that's very dirty. And he has this rag that is filthy, disgusting, just cleaning whatever he has on it. But whatever he cleans, the dirt, the grime, just magically disappears and goes onto the rag.
Okay.
Can I help you? As you guys approach, you see this very chocolate man with huge forearms. Definitely a beard gut to match his tabard. Starting to bald hair. His forearms are very close to yours. Not quite, but you also see that his hands are thick, like very worker's hands. No one's sitting there. That's pretty usual. And you do see the ladies kind of pass by him. Every now and then someone would come and he would just make them a drink, put it on there, and jot something down. He does never actually physically grab the coin. As the ladies keep going downstairs, grabbing food, going up, and there's stairs upstairs to go to all the rooms. Can I help you guys? Clean his mug.
Yeah, it's like we were looking for lodging for the
Definitely
evening.
have that here.
Banzai.
How? I got some of that too. You look over.
And I'm like,
He speaks Elvish.
we got bonsai.
Some good Elvish wine.
How much is bonsai?
Depends on what you want. You want the good kind or the bad? Good is about 20. Bad is about 2.
21.
20 gold.
Wait, how much is it?
20 gold or 2 gold
Oh,
for Elvish wine.
give me 120. I want
Damn.
bonsai.
Cleans it up a little bit.
Nobody buys it. Yeah,
Grabs
I'm gonna-
a nice
Nice glass. Wine,
yeah,
wine glass?
call it
Goblet?
Goblet?
goblet. Thank you. Goblet has a slight little gold in the bottom of it too. Holds it up, very elegantly pours it.
Oh, that's a 20 just for
No, the whole bottle, but he
Oh.
pours it to you.
Excellent
Very
service.
Yeah, very well displayed service that you do not see here, as there's a dwarf all the way in the corner who just vomited on the side. He looks at it,
What?
the dwarf that just vomited, tears part of his rag, throws it, lands on one of the ladies. Oh, God. And she just continues, and then eventually they'll get to
No,
that.
he looks at me and says,
Oh, like the dwarf that just vomited.
Oh,
tears
okay.
some of his magical
Okay,
rag
okay.
and then gives it to someone else to clean up. Room and lodge, how many days?
How long we staying?
2 days?
You one
nights.
came in with that magic elk.
Yep, that's me.
Alright, we have to charge you for the parking too.
How much?
Depends on how many days.
why'd you say yes?
2 days?
2 nights, 3 days?
Do you know
How many
two days?
rooms?
How big is it?
Depends on how big you want the room. Normal size rooms. And how many rooms you want? How big rooms you want?
Do y'all each want your own room? You want to share? What's up?
I'm fine with sharing.
No, I don't mind we sharing.
2 rooms, 1 room.
2 room?
2 rooms?
2 rooms plus that for 3 days. You guys want breakfast in the morning?
I'm
Preferably.
Alright, I'll run you 1 gold, 5 silver.
fine. I take it out of our
The
fund.
bank. The bank.
Yeah.
He gladly puts it in, grabs 2 keys, 16 and 17.
Take 16.
17.
Anything you want? My name is Jamal. You know where to find me.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Jamal.
Banzai.
Doesn't sound my friend. You also see that from the back comes out a minotaur, very young minotaur,
Oh.
with like a whole bunch of trays. What do I do with this? Back. Alright. It's gonna toy. Oof. Then he just goes to the back, and then he comes out maybe half an hour later with clean dishes, and starts putting them up on the floor. See, that's a job for him.
Think it's safe for us to bring the kids in?
Do you say that here?
Well,
In front of him? Or, oh wait.
both of them.
I just look
Back
at
room.
the Minotaur. I'm gonna look around. Is there anyone else that's like a monster type deal, or like a Minotaur? Or is it
You
just-
do see some orcs in there. Actually, you see some orcs. You see a bugbear in there as well. All the way far in the corner.
Furry friend.
Let's say Mr. This color, and no one's there. You see a kind of gnarly, skinny elf like his chest looks caved backwards, and there's just raw meat on the floor. On the table that he's eating. And like he doesn't actually grab with his hands. His tongue just kind of grows up and snips back in.
I think the children will be fine here.
Yeah, let's bring him in.
Yeah. Oria will go out with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up the Medusa.
Yeah, she's holding the Minotaur.
Are you gonna you trying to hide them so no one can see them, or are they out in the open?
She's gonna keep the Minotaur kind of out in the open.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of wrap her up to where maybe only her face is like visible, like a little. I mean, she's young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a baby, and I'm just gonna carry her in.
Okay. So as you guys go out a little bit, come back in. Do you partake in anything? He has the wine. Just asking.
Yeah, I'll take a stout.
Okay. Depends on what you want. Oh, I did have his magic items already set up. Damn. Look, we got ale. We got some good grog. We got some strong jaw ale. Just your normal cheap beers here and there. We got some from the Barbarian Thieves as well. Dwarven Scout or Dragon Scout, depends on what you want. We got some fine wines, the Elvish kind, some bonsai, and we got just your mead.
Yeah, I'll do a dragon stout.
So you a little bit up now. All right. That would be 5 silver
5 silver?
for
Alright.
1 mug of Dragon Scout.
That works.
If you guys drink your thing after 2 drinks, I need you to, if you're gonna continue drinking Dragon Scout, I need you to make me a Constitution save. And for you, my friend, Alban wine.
I'm gonna drink
After
one
3 goblets.
Oh, I was just gonna drink one goblet and keep my. But that bottle
I
is
have
mine, right?
specific charge depending on what you fucking drink,
No.
how drunk you can get, what the penalties are. I did an hour worth of homework.
No, but the bottle is mine though, right?
Yeah, the bottle's
I can
yours.
keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just after 3.
No,
start
I'm gonna drink one goblet
Yeah.
and that's it.
When you guys come in, he sees you.
But I am sipping that.
Like you.
Oh boy.
You ain't putting them children in a tiny room. When you keep. Grabs it, goes over, it says 1A. Fuck you guys don't bring kids here. In a big room.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So it's
I
been
don't want
a
to see you guys doing that shit again. It's
long journey.
I was worried.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go upstairs and put the freaking kids in the room.
I got kind of scared.
I
thought we were gonna get kicked out.
No. I was like, do I have to give someone another gold to bribe them to let us keep the kids? Okay, that's good.
You guys have your wine, your drinks. The room that you go in has actually, it's fairly big, has like 3 beds in it, and actually has a specific fireplace. And there's a little note on the one of the dressers to how to pull it out, and it can be makeshift into a crib.
Aww. Well, I'll put the Minotaur in one of the
Very
beds.
dusty though.
Okay.
Like no one's cleaned it in forever.
Then I will dust it first.
Yeah.
And
Question
then-
though, how big, how many goblets will that?
The
Is that
bottle,
which one?
the bottle would be 4 goblets.
Just one. Okay.
4 goblets total
Total?
for the whole bottle.
So now just 3.
He doesn't. The goblets stays with him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering how the amount
Yeah,
of
yeah.
wine is in
Yeah,
there.
if you do something like this, it's gonna go a lot faster.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything specific you guys want to do while you're here?
Yeah.
As the fuck was that sound? There is another thing that you guys notice easily is the copper goat that's on there. The fire isn't really heating up. It's very warm when you get close by, but there's also no smoke or anything, and it's a little bit brighter than it should be, and it moves slower than real fire should move. That's the whole area is just engulfed, and see that there's definitely logs in the perfect circle around it, pretty even, but none of the logs are burnt or torched or singed.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna put the kids to bed. And then, are you gonna be in the room?
Yeah, I'll be in the room with the kids.
Okay. And I'm just gonna go down,
Because, you
back down,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the kids.
In the room?
and I'm gonna
After
find
I drink
a.
my wine, then I'm just gonna go with the room.
Okay. I'll put you here. Like kids.
Yeah, when he gets back to the room, I'm gonna go back down and I'm going to finish writing my little book journal thing
Okay.
that I've been working on.
So you're staying in the room,
Mhm.
and you're also staying in the room, or not?
I'm leaving. When he gets to the room, I'm gonna go back down to the.
The tap room.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
I'm gonna have Oria go up to the bar again and ask Jamal a question about, I guess, is there a place in town that would accept?
You?
No, that would accept children that aren't exactly human.
Depends on what type of party town you go to. Depends on what you want the children to do. Don't go to the stacks. Definitely don't go to the stacks. They're rich even for my taste. Entertainment districts always looking for someone to work. They don't mind. Slums, the Warrens, they're fine. The arcanic locations are okay too. I'd advise with Medusa. One of the first times someone actually called it by its real name. I advise. How to look for the forsaken children. There is the Arcana Console. They might be interested in her for not the reasons that people should. She isn't a toy. Not that they mean harm, just knowledge is more important than well-being.
Well, it's like I'm wanting to find a place for them to be safe and not be cold. For them to be able to actually grow up and not be,
Are you the mother?
no.
There's a difference between. Sorry, I should rephrase it. Are you the parent?
Well, I guess guardian for right now.
I can find someone. It's taking a couple of days though. 2, I guess. Okay. I'll find that sound. Don't go to the graveyard.
Don't go to it.
The graveyard?
Yeah. Don't go to the aunties. They be very. He says auntie like an aunt.
Oh.
Don't go to her. She might be a little keen on taking them. Just gives me the willies. And then you see him when he's talking about her, like self-consciously pouring himself a drink. Shit. Puts it back down. Come on, make a scribble. No, she might mean well. I just don't like her. She usually helps everyone that ask. Usually when people need to ask for help, they ain't in good situations. Yep.
Well, I thank you for that.
Anytime.
Yeah, she would start to kind of walk away, but then stop. Have you by any chance seen anybody who looks like me pass through?
Not
Thank God.
As you say that and leave, you also hear that he has a chuckle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I might have another stout.
Alright, if you do, let me con check. Drinking rules in place.
That's a natural 1.
Oh no! Yeah,
Woo!
you're doing Dragon Scout, right?
Fuck yes, I am.
liquor, slight bubblish. It has hints of bitter. They go away pretty easy. It's just like the first initial taste of it. Also, depending on which bottle he uses, because he also does different ones, it has slight different colored sparkles, very chromatic, different sparkles. It's the first taste was a burn to the nostrils, but then I used it really fast. Okay, so all right. With that, I need you to roll me a d4. That is temporary minus 3 to your wisdom and constitution
Temporary
score.
minus what?
3 to your wisdom and constitution score.
Alright.
Oof.
But someone like you, I think the con might be I'm good.
I'm lit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can
Remember
walk,
Ariell?
but who you? Okay.
See, Ariell's over here, right? What you writing, bud?
Just writing a journal.
Can I see? Fuck it, I can't fucking read it. Who gives a shit? Looks great. I wish you well on your publication endeavors.
Well, thank you. Are you intoxicated?
No.
So
Never in my life have I ever been
Slightly grabs the bottle.
I've never been intoxicated.
I see him do that. I just kind of look up at him like,
Toxicated.
I think I can feel my nose. I'm fine.
oh, good lord.
Great.
I just say that. I'm like,
There.
oh, Paylor. And I go back to writing my book.
Yeah, Paylor, great guy. Sure, yeah.
Oh my god.
There is definitely a grin that is trying its best to be hidden from his face, but it's there.
That goes down.
If she tries to go anywhere, I'm gonna, or he tries to go anywhere, I'm gonna be like, stop. Like, we don't need one of our party members to get arrested or killed on the first night of being in this town.
Okay. Where are you? Are you in the room?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, I thought you meant down here.
In the tower.
Oh, okay.
She's
Yeah.
in the tower.
All right.
I'm just people watching at this point.
So. Excuse me. That was Jesus. He has a trait where he gets advantages to being drunk. That same elven boy that you pinches here kind of comes in. Still slightly red. Kind of tugs at whatever he can reach. And roll me an insight.
Boy.
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 19.
At first, you thought, oh, he's nervous. He should apologize, but there is a fear to him.
Oh, no.
He wants you to go outside. Take the man. He gave me this, and you see that there's a platinum piece in his hand. He wants you to go outside.
What man?
And when you look out the window, you don't see anyone out there. You don't see the human. Roll me perception.
Mr. X.
Yeah. Or perception?
Oh shit, that's a 7.
Yeah. All you see outside is a couple of cats just playing on a trash can. It's not gonna go over, but you don't see anyone.
Yeah, just I'll even mention to the boy I don't see him outside.
So that's all he said. That's all he said. I don't even want this, and kind of throws a platinum on the floor and just runs. Completely different direction. As he's pointing out here, he runs this way.
Like out.
Yeah, out. That was your interaction. As there's a very hefty chested man. You fucking right. Blocking a lot of the interaction.
Fuck yeah, I love this song.
I'm just gonna take a sip out of my flask and go back to writing.
Speaking of which.
99 bottles of meat on the wall.
Anything you want to do? kid.
Oh no.
Roll initiative.
Oria will take a step outside
Oh no.
Okay.
with a hand on her spear. Just kind of.
When you look outside, there's not a couple of cats. There's 11 cats that are just now. They're all sit down looking at you. All black cats, and they all have red eyes.
No.
Whoa.
I don't like it.
Just all.
Is this Gabe?
No.
God damn it, Gabe!
Gabe's
Fucking scare me to death, man.
familiars have blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
You can roll me any knowledge that you choose to roll. Nature, religion, history, any of those. You choose, you roll.
$17 on religion.
Okay. Look at them. They look like normal cats, but obviously not trained. Like that's not it. You smell an odd smell that the only place you smelled it was Rakdos. And in this world they call it hell. You have that same sniff that the Rakdos clan would have before you went into or rumored of their dungeons. That smell, sulfuric, rotten flesh and egg smell, is from these cats for sure. And as one cat moves, all they move, and then they all move their head back.
Oria is gonna take a step back into the tavern.
Cat.
Cat.
Man, Dragon Scout's really fucking good.
Oh my god, this is. Alright, bro, look, okay, listen.
I
You
stopped. I
have,
put down my pen.
you have to try it. You have to try it. It's so good. You will not regret this.
If I try it, will you let me write my book, please? I'll try that if you try this. I pull up my flask.
What is it? What is it?
I mean,
It just takes seriously.
all right.
What
What
else
is
do
it?
you have?
What is it?
It's some fun stuff. Give me 5
Uh-oh.
seconds. I have the
You
stats
know.
for it too.
Oria's just sitting back at the bar and just grabbing at something underneath her.
What's my
You see
kids
that
already asleep?
Jamal kind of goes over and starts helping his mentor, new work buddy, and kind of showing him how to grab the plates, and they're just kind of discussing things over there. As Ariell and Wes went to this event. No, you already have your minuses.
I have a lot of
Yeah.
minuses.
I
I'm
mean,
waiting for
insight.
I'm waiting for the stats.
Hey, roll 4d8.
I need to approve this shit.
You approved the class and what comes with it.
4d8, you said?
48? I thought, whoop, I'm not drunk.
Yeah, you are.
Shit, what's this?
Fuck. This is equipment.
No, here. Cause that's the only stat they have for it, and this is. Let's see.
Our kids asleep.
Let's say that you're taking 4 hours of sleep by now. Yeah.
No, the kids are asleep.
Oh, the kids are asleep. Yeah, they're tired by now.
I was like,
They've been out all day.
and then I'm gonna start going meditate.
Oh.
If I can find it.
Find it in a minute. Roll me a insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Ooh, that's a 10.
Insight.
Insight?
I'll whatever the official rules are, give it to me in a minute, and I'm gonna say some things before your class.
20.
Oh,
Well, very
okay.
nice.
So,
Wow, that Dragon Scout's good.
very sweet but strong for sure. Whenever we find your stats will be for next time.
Okay.
They will not contradict me right now. When you drink them, first of all, Ariell's a really good guy. He's really good.
I bet he is.
Secondly, you don't no longer see his pupils anymore. He's slightly bigger too.
What?
It's like just like an inch or two just buffer in
Man,
general.
you're drunk as hell.
It's the same guy.
And then you see your friend as concerned as you've seen, and then almost like your drunkenness goes away.
That's the background for the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to can't the fucking magical item. I'll Facebook.
Okay.
What just happened?
And then his eyes are back to normal, and he's an inch smaller. Like almost like your drunkenness went away with the swig, but you still feel the fuzziness,
Yeah.
but the stupidity goes away.
Can I have that back? Alright.
You were clapping for the piano man. Throw a couple of copper over there.
Yeah.
But yes, continuing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit.
Again, she's just sitting at the bar, very perplexed. Again,
Done.
Thank you.
holding a necklace around her neck. Very perplexed.
What did you get on insight?
I got a 10.
Is there something wrong with the gift? What did you guys do?
Just chilling.
Oria, you good?
She's just gonna get up and go to the room.
Okay.
Oh, just write it in.
Kind of like glance up and see her walk away. I'm like, oh, back to writing.
You're in the room. You go to the children's room or your room? Because technically Wes has a key. Like another key.
So with the children.
Okay. Let me see. Or coming. It's your elf meditating. His hums. Is that?
And that goblet is just floating.
I'll come back later.
Since we have an RP for a little bit for you, let's. She comes in through your meditated sense. You can choose to end it or continue it. Up to you.
Kind of ended, and then I saw it was Oria, and then we just go back.
You see, there is a complex look to her. Slightly worried.
Are you okay?
I don't know what to feel right now. A lot of things have been going on for the past few months.
Oh, Wes, there is a platinum piece on the floor.
Holy shit! Hey, I'm gonna turn to Jamal. I think somebody lost this. You think you could find that person and give it back to them, or?
Puts it on the table.
Yeah, alright.
Does it just sit on the table?
Yeah.
I'm like writing.
What kind of paladin are you?
We have bills to pay.
Grabs a coin.
Earn it
Puts it on to the
truthfully.
side. So yeah. Oh, that's alright.
We do honest work for honest pay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of keep asking you if everything is okay.
Again, many things have happened in the past few months.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that.
Okay. It's fine. I mean,
That's rough.
It is what it is.
Bummer deal.
What it
That's
is.
a big bummer.
Yeah, I was like, but are you doing okay? You look troubled, like you've seen some stuff.
I don't even know what I'm, if what I'm seeing is just trauma or what anymore. I don't know if I'm imagining this.
Imagining what?
This-
You just recently saw something that we need to be aware about?
She'll explain the cats that she saw
Do you have any ranks in religion? So that's what you rolled. Do you have religion bubbled in?
No.
Okay.
I do have a +2, but that's about it.
Yeah,
What's up?
she
It's
explains the cats and how they're all weird in unison. Do you explain what Rakdos is, or just the cat?
I will try to explain that to him, but then realizing it's like it doesn't have any meaning. It's again where it's like she's just fuck. It's like everything in this world is just different. It's just frustration with her.
It sounds like she's explaining. Sure, Roman religion.
Cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Ha
Oh,
It's
nice.
a 3.
Explain a very odd. So there's like eggs in there. What? Like is fire? Okay, so there's cats that smell like eggs on fire. What? I don't fucking.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Okay.
Fried eggs.
I mean, like cats are scary, I guess.
Well,
But yeah,
I guess it was like, well, that's a little bit worrying with that red eye. So, but I don't know what to think about it. Did you maybe ask the Paladin? Maybe he knows something.
He was busy writing in his journal.
Because this
Just
seems
bother him, it's what I do.
somebody passed out. It was like, do you want to just bother him anyway? Because this kind of worries me a little bit.
It's like on one hand she's bothered, but at the same time Oria's just going over and sitting with the Minotaur, and it's just
Okay.
it's just that feeling of homesick.
Mm.
A little bit of homesick.
What is Wes not drunk anymore?
So he's not drunk anymore.
Oddly. And Ariell doing.
I've been writing this book for quite a long time.
Yes, that's easy to say.
Am I done? Can I be done?
No.
Damn.
You can never be done.
Well, true. Can I be done with this volume?
You can be done with this physical last page of this physical book. Yes.
Okay.
But not with the story.
Good. Well, I will say, title it Volume 1 of who knows.
Let's say volume 8 of who knows.
Volume 8 of, okay. Wow. Okay, that's fine. I will finish it, and I will put it in my backpack and go to bed.
Okay.
Okay then. Good night, I guess.
Yeah, as I get up, I'm going to turn around and be like, please stay out of trouble.
I'll do my best. No promises.
I'm going to turn around and walk off.
You go to room 16?
The one with the babies.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, because you have the other key.
Wow, I guess I'm sleeping by myself.
I mean,
I don't know where she's at.
technically,
I'll
there's
find out
3
in a minute.
beds in a crib in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
and there's enough space for. It's bigger than your room for sure, even though you haven't checked it out.
Yeah.
So Ariell walks into y'all's room,
Oh yeah, you get to see this going on.
and there's this. You come into the slight breakdown of Oria in her homelessness.
Yeah, I guess I kind of understand that too, because I do miss my old friends and family on where I am from.
I know how you feel as well. I was betrayed by the one I thought was closest to me, and I have not seen my family or my home in a very long time.
Oria's like kind of understanding where they're coming from, but at the same time knowing that they just kind of don't get it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just explaining, I'm not from here.
From this planet?
I just kind of go.
Universe? From this astral
That's like,
plane?
no, from this plane, whatever here is.
As she says it, I'm like taking a sip of my flask.
Okay.
Would you care to elaborate?
In time, please, just give me time. It's
All I seem to have, unfortunately, is time. So take as much as you like.
again her
Starts
just trying to
drinking
like
again.
take.
Takes a sip.
It is very much the DM that's just listening to the story. Sip. Yes.
Yes, role play my children.
Giving her a few. Yeah, sorry, just
No.
giving her a few minutes, and it's like, I come from a place called Ravnica.
Ragnarok? I need to stop speaking.
Ariell can choose to roll Arcana or Religion.
I'm gonna do religion.
Please, please, please. Oh, son of a bitch. That's gonna be a solid 4.
Yikes.
It troubles that you've never heard of this,
Which you would expect.
but there's also when you would like, yeah, obviously you don't fucking know where I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
but he does have a very disappointed is not the right word, but a mixture of confusion and disappointment that
Mhm.
this doesn't
Her-
really go.
Also, again, just sitting there, just trying to think, like, does anybody, well, pretty much asking to you for, quill, ink, paper, anything. And she's going to draw a symbol that resembles a tree.
Pull out a piece of paper,
Yeah.
quill pen, and ink.
Have you seen this anywhere, I guess, as of recent?
Yeah, roll Religion.
Okay. Just.
Come on. That's better. 12.
It looks really close to all but the highest symbol, but very different. And it's something that you would know from one of the major gods. Definitely not anything from the minor gods. And you, from this intensement, you feel that it wasn't that she misdrew it. It's not in the pantheon.
I'll relay to her that I noticed that it's similar to that god's, but it's not. So what is it?
This is my druid group. This is the conclave that I come from. My family and I, we somehow ended up here. I don't know how.
So there's more of you out there
Yes.
somewhere.
Nearby.
Nearby how? Just you can sense their presence, but they're not really here.
Is that who you're looking for?
I left my group for reasons. Not bad reasons, no. They're fine where they're at. I want to find a way to get us home. If not that, a comfortable place for my people, for my family.
I understand. I wish I was of more help. Takes another sip.
Wes, what are you doing?
I'm going to be staying down by the bar until last call, just basking and being around people. Just the activity.
Oh, there is no last call.
The what?
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
It's 24 hours a day.
How much money do you have on you?
Huh?
How much money do
No,
you have?
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh no.
No, I'm just hanging out.
That is the symbol that is drawn. I can use this because it's officially part of Wizards. That is the symbol.
Okay.
So you guys see.
Okay.
Very well drawn.
Got it.
And I'm out of booze. It's a sad day for us.
Oh no.
That's a cool character.
Here you are. say? How late?
Well, till last call, and then
The last call.
there's the last call. Shit. I guess until the activity just kind of.
You also see that
Will there ever be a dip in activity?
there will be a dip in activity, but Jamal will still be there.
Okay, well, then like once it just kind of simmers out, then I'll go upstairs to bed.
Okay. When the half elf that's playing the panel leaves,
Uh-huh.
a lot of people tend to leave too.
All right,
And are you going to your room specifically, or the kids' room?
I guess I'll go into the room just to check on everyone,
Okay.
just kind of peek to see if they're asleep yet, and then.
There is a very intense conversation happening, and I need everyone to roll perception. As you open the door, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, rolling perception. or-
Nat 20. When I
Whoa!
Now I get it when I don't really need it. That's
16.
14.
18.
Okay, so you three see it. Room 1A's actually would have to go downstairs. At this specific part of the city, a lot of it's uphills and whatnot. When you enter the bar, it's flat on the ground, but it's not hard to distinguish that there was a bottom portion because of the kitchen,
Yeah.
and like maybe this area is next to the kitchen. Every now and then you also hear the glass and the shouting of orders and like, oh, you cooked that wrong. Dang it. Terry,
Damn it! Oh,
medium rare.
you three see, as soon as you open the door, and everyone kind of stops their conversation, the intensifiedness is awkwardly like, oh, hey. Two cats go up onto the ledge, start scratching on the glass, and they have these beady red eyes. And like when one meows, the other one meows in an almost harmonious tune. Remember, looking check.
cats.
Nat 20 again.
There is a odd hum that you've heard back home that is part of. You know the trumpets of heaven? Hell has drums. These cats are mimicking the drum pattern.
That's really not good.
And
Cat story.
Oh no, don't. We're not talking about that shit here. No.
and when that happens, you see that full. Now there's 4 on the porch,
Oh, son of a
and they
bitch.
start mimicking that same hum. And when you look outside, the rest of the 11 are just there, just kind of waving their tail to it. And oddly, no one is on the street. This is probably like 3 in the morning too. Just in case. 13, no. You do see that they're trying to paw at like where you from the inside, because it's locked, can open it. They're trying to like claw at that section intelligently, trying to like pry the window open, but they're not succeeding at all.
Well, I don't like that.
I don't see it.
You just see a cat. Now there's 4 cats. They have red eyes, the same red eyes she said. And they're concerned?
Kitty?
I don't know why they're concerned.
This
They're
doesn't
concerned.
this doesn't
Yeah.
trigger anything for me, does it? Or
What percentile? I like the word trigger.
36.
You know it's not good. Whatever this is.
It's bad.
You have fears of that, but no. Cat. Scary. I don't know why.
I'm going.
I have a bow.
You're not big enough to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Big enough.
I'm just going to look. I'm going to look at the cats,
Anyway.
and I have one hand on my glaive that's like on my back, and I'm just going to look at the cats and say, "Wes, get the kids."
I'm gonna do as he says.
The Medusa is kind of Minotaur, like some doesn't get up, but you force them.
Come on, buddy. Come on. All right, there you go.
Well, I kind of.
I have a question.
Yes.
By any chance, is there a moon out? Out of curiosity.
Let's say it is a waxing moon.
Come back to me for a second. I'll be
Sure.
kind of
You have your glaive out. Tell Wes to grab the kids. Wes grabs the kids.
One Minotaur here. The
Ooh.
kind of cradled
Yeah.
here.
Can I just kind of so I can see them know like what's going on? Just
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know what's happening, but fucking guess it isn't scary.
I'm about to buy inside.
And let's see.
Okay. From the point outside of where the cats are at, Oria is going to cast Moonbeam.
Ooh.
That's what it called.
Okay.
You know what?
That's moving.
Oh.
On the okay, so we're this big section of 11.
Where
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What is moonbeam?
Ooh.
That did not work.
What you get?
I got 2.
Oh.
That's not.
It should be 2 plus 6, right?
So that's 8.
Yeah.
That's a complete possibility. Not gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
Is it an area of effect?
It doesn't mention anything. Well, hold on, let me see. 5-foot radius.
Oh, okay. I'd say for
40-foot tall cylinder.
Jeez.
for the purposes of this specific situation, when the beam hits, you see that once there were 11, now there's 7 cats, and as some of them just like disintegrate, and you see bone structure still stand, and then disappear into dust.
That's cool.
Is it trigger?
I mean, if you want to do something specific.
It's basically just
It's cats.
more of just
Bones.
kind of a
Dust. Is that the
just a means of saying
is that moving?
When
or is
that
the
happens,
Thanos snap?
you see that there are 4 cats on the window, right?
Mhm.
One of them got hit with the beam and got disintegrated. Out of the
You said 11.
11, so there's 9 left. So another cat jumps on top, so to be equal 4, and now there is 7 cats in the back.
Mhm.
So like when one died, one just replaced it.
so you can do it again.
Okay, I'm okay. Roll me another. 14. Okay, roll me damage.
These are D10.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the kids downstairs. Just be
15.
like,
15. As soon as the beam hits, you see all the cats just disintegrate.
All of them?
All of them.
Oh,
I'll go.
The Thanos snap.
that was fast.
Just
And they're just cats.
I'm just gonna not do
You're
that.
taking the kids.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna take the kids downstairs, but the cats are gone. Cats are gone.
All right. Well, I mean, is there like a bookshelf or an armoire or something we can move up against the window?
Yeah, there's an armoire that you can do.
We're gonna move that up against the window.
Roll me who is we?
Whoever wants to help me.
the strongest.
I'll help.
Here, give
Okay.
me.
It's
like
it's
you
not
can't
terribly.
It's full of kids.
Yeah.
Roll me
yeah,
perception.
Give
both
me
of
the
you.
kids.
Perception.
Yeah, both of you guys.
That's 7.
Which one you want, Cal?
The cow.
9.
As you move the couch, you don't hear anything or see anything. Move the couch and it completely blocks the way.
All right.
You don't hear anything.
Damn. Oh. Aha. back downstairs.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look around, like through the windows and stuff down there, see if I see anything. And before I actually go to bed for the night, I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
What's the radius?
30 feet from you.
So, I think with that spell you have to specifically choose.
Do you?
I believe so. Fiendish, undead. What does the reading say?
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. When you do that, you cast that spell, you notice that definitely the ghoul that was eating the remains, it's still there just eating flesh, kind of as you go up. And then once you get towards your room, at the tip of the barrier, there is something fiendish outside.
We'll relay that information to the rest of the party.
As soon as you
One outside of our window.
Yeah, right outside the window?
Mhm.
Yes.
At the edge of the barrier, so 30 feet from the window.
Not towards 30 feet away. About.
When he relays his information, you all hear a as
No.
a stone goes through, shatters the window. Disrupt.
Hell no.
Like someone threw a rock through the window and broke it.
Yeah, this time I'm pulling out my shield and my quarterstaff, and I think we should go outside and find what this is.
Pick up the rock and throw it back out the window.
Roll me a
Fuck you.
perception to see if you see something outside.
Oh, I'm just throwing it back out the window.
Oh.
Because it's like it throws it. Fuck you. None of that shit.
Just pour glass on the floor.
What's gonna
I'm
be?
the almost.
What about the kids?
Yeah, what else?
Yes.
Do you want to ask?
Do you want to
Jamal
keep
if
with the
someone-
kids?
Oh, do you want to ask Jamal if someone can babysit these kids?
Maybe you
I
can.
think we should tell Jamal he has a goddamn cat problem.
Yes, let's do that too.
It's a good idea.
Onward!
Okay.
With the kids in tow!
No.
Until we find out what the hell we're gonna do with them while we go fight some bad guys.
Jamal's cleaning the last glass. He's almost happy that his day's over. It's a complete tavern's empty.
I'm just gonna tell him exactly what's happened.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here and check what that is.
Would you mind watching the kids while we do that for you?
Don't destroy my tavern. That's all I have.
Okay. Hand the kids over. Yeah, he's a hefty
He'll get
one.
along with the Minotaur guy he has working there.
Yeah.
Henry!
Oh, look at the baby.
What is this? And then they both go downstairs for a minute.
Alright, well, let's go outside and kill some stuff.
Sweet. Yep.
Okay. Once you head outside with your location, it's out of the way, but eventually you gather towards the back of where it should be. And now that you're outside, you feel 25 feet, and then that sensation moves to be at the edge of your barrier again. Roll perception, everyone, to see if you can spot this thing. It's running fucking hard.
Woo.
23.
Oh.
11.
It's 13.
16.
There we go. Wow.
That's one.
Okay, so as so prepared, so much prepared, so much prepared, so much
Wow.
prepared.
So organized. So
Look how much I can draw.
Oh, so fancy.
So fancy paper.
Oria's down. Oria's down.
Oria's out. No. 1, 2, 3. As the tip of your spell can go there. And I assumed everyone's there. I actually didn't. Cowrabao, did you join?
Yeah,
Okay.
all of us.
Or you see in the shadows, a muscular but also slightly bloated individual, and the only thing that you see indefinite is this tail is swinging, and at the bottom it's just the stone is corroded. The wood that was in the cobblestone, like now there's just a dip, like pothole, but like this green liquid just keeps hitting the same spot, and it's getting slightly bigger, but not dramatically. And you don't see a face or anything.
I'll relay what I see to the rest of the group.
Yeah, and then you guys with that perception see on top of this thing, on top of a wooden platform. This guy, not the same guy. It's a different guy. He's just, oh my god.
He's
Representation. Drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. He's super
Go
drunk.
home.
It's a demon.
I mean, kind of.
Ish.
It is. It's in Mordecai's book that I 100% bought online. I mean, Volvo's. Oh, you fucking kidding me? You went straight to. No, it's a Mordecai
Oh
book.
shit, I see cabbages in here.
You what?
I see cabbages. On the thing.
Cabbages! Oh yeah, they are.
There's tiny
Cabbages.
cabbages. Cow, you know what you gotta do.
Steal a cabbage.
Fuck the demon guy. We gotta get the cabbages out of it.
Priorities.
Priorities are.
Get out of the
that
way.
individual.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So, there you go.
I don't like it.
I'm going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Because of also time,
Put the salt in front of the
roll me a religion check. You may as well. I'm just gonna make the DC slightly higher for you.
Ooh.
Oh,
Very nice.
okay.
21.
17.
Okay, both of you can recognize what
Fuck
the
yeah.
fuck this is. It's definitely a demon, which is a very specific thing to know versus a devil. You would also know by that role that demons come from the abyss, devils come from hell. There's a completely different hierarchy, there's a completely different order, there's a completely different dimension, different existence, different things. Not, they're just different. You would know that this thing is, they're referred to as Buddhas. The nickname that you would give it is a corpse demon.
So I especially don't like this thing.
Anytime anyone moves like an inch to him, he takes an inch back. Like really trying hard to like mimic the distance to say at the tip of your barrier. And you like as his head follow, stay away, but follow. And then it just leaps
Whoa.
onto this and then looks behind.
Do we want to do this?
You want to follow? I'm a little bit freaked out. But
And he just looks behind to see if you guys are following.
What do you suggest?
What do we got to lose other than our lives?
our life.
And you say that you definitely see a huge grin from his face.
Yep.
Oh no.
Do you guys follow? Thing.
I personally am not so sure about that.
Oria, what say you?
I'm curious, but at the same time.
As we're not in the tavern anymore and not having happy tavern.
This is some
Yeah.
happy music.
It's like that's like ambience you hear from inside.
Oh no.
Well, Ariell will call out to it. Follow to where?
Trade.
What?
Trade.
Trade.
Trade what?
I do as command. Trade.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Trade. I'm just gonna follow you. Y'all
He's
follow.
just an
I
associate.
am very scared.
I don't know.
be wary of whoever's
There's
giving him the
also-
orders.
Let me know perception check for the last one. 3 minutes still.
17 done.
20.
7.
15.
You see that at the tip of your barrier, very easy for you to notice because you're so confident, he keeps moving slightly away. But also, and you notice there's just a rank around him. All the plant life is just dead. It's like a rodent just runs, just dies instantly. It's like around him.
Yeah, I'm freaked out.
What are we gonna do?
You see that when you said,
If you don't follow, I just kill.
Okay, yeah, we better.
Or you just start putting your hands up like, we'll follow.
he doesn't walk, he just leaps.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost 40-30 feet, looks at you guys. When you get 30 feet close to him, he instantly leaps over. And again, every time he lands on something, anything living that is mundane just dies. And eventually he leads you guys to, which we'll get to next time. But there is
It's
cemetery. He
what
takes
time
you
is it?
guys
It's
to.
8 o'clock.
It's 11:30,
it's
my
8
dog.
o'clock.
It's 11:26.
We were warned about this.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie's there.
No, Trixie.
As he
Trixie was
jumps.
behind it the whole time.
Trixie, you dog, you. Yeah,
Not trusting you.
he takes you to the edge of a cemetery. There's an odd, ominous fog trickling around, barely covering the stones.
He wishes to speak to you. Come,
Who?
you'll see.
Oh, son of a gun.
He jumps down. He turns around to see if you guys are following. The gates are broken, not really there to restrict anyone out, but they're just there.
I'm gonna say a quick prayer to Paylor, asking for guidance and protection.
Roll a religion
Yeah,
check.
I'm gonna quit pussyfooting with this shit and just go to the gates. 9.
There is a obvious disconnect. Intentional and purposeful disconnect.
Is it? I guess.
You
I
just
mean,
come
hey,
through.
you do you, bro.
Well, I guess.
It's my day off.
What do you want?
Tess will go figure out what they want.
This is
So
already
you're
at the
just going
gate.
through?
He's already going through the gate. I'm sick of this shit.
As soon as you get to 30 feet, he kind of steps back, jumps. And it's not hard to find him since he keeps jumping on top of the tombstones.
Yeah.
And if I'll just for the sake of
Yeah.
this, you see that he steps on top of a tombstone, and there's two women that go towards him. One's just dragging a hammer on the floor, just like looking down, and the other one has chains wrapped around her. They're both easy to say scantily dressed, and the one with the chains, you see that like where the chains are touching her, that she's just bleeding profusely, and they all have the chains have spikes on them. Like she's moving in an intentional way for the chains to like cut her in several different places, and they're both full of scars and burns. Did we do good? Did we do well? And then he just steps back. We'll see. And that's where we're gonna end the game today.
Fuck.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Heavy roleplay today. Game. And this episode will be edited and put out at Dream Productions YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't.
Subscribe, por
subscribe,
favor.
please.
Por please.
Por favor.
Por
Por
favor.
Um,